Okay.
Yeah.
I'm recording.
You all individually arrive at level 1996 of Coruscant, which is right below, like, kind of a red light district slash
Oh shit.
garbage dump level, strangely enough.
Okay.
So,
That sounds like the best mix.
right? So, as you are walking through it, 1996 is basically a bunch of, like, pipes and catwalks that overlook basically a giant black abyss. Obviously, there's buildings that are going down in darkness, but generally, this is like a service level for the larger level above. You each have been given a particular location to meet up at, and yeah, as you walk through, you can occasionally see like slivers of neon light from one of the many seedy nightclubs in this crappy level. And after a few minutes of walking, or in Tombstone's case, rolling, you all arrive individually at a small landing pad. I assume
Why are we doing this?
Because you're going to join the rebellion. That was the whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I was just trying to. So, like, did we get a
You-
secret message from a?
Basically, you all have had your own reasons for seeking out the rebellion, and you would have spoken with a sympathizer, which would have put you in contact with, or told you to head over to this particular landing pad, and they're essentially going through the process of vetting you to make sure you're legit.
Made me travel all the way from the Outer Rims.
What's Jack's character's name again?
Golemai.
Golemai. Okay.
Is it Golemai or Golomi?
Hey guys, it's me, Galomi.
Dude, it's spelled Gulomi.
I saw it as
ZZ?
Golemai.
Okay.
I'm a big fucking fan of Galomi. Fred Baloney.
I literally just pulled up the wiki and it was just like, okay, apparently that's a name. I like that one.
All right, sure.
ZZ
Golemai.
beeps it and boops at Galomi
Galomi.
when they arrive.
This would be a good time for you all to introduce yourselves to each other. If you want to delve into your reasons for being here, feel free.
Or I could be in character and not.
Yeah, just show up. Show up with a.
I don't trust these nerds.
Yeah, I don't even know who these people are. They're just some random bystander standing on a landing pad.
So, as you guys are standing there, whether or not you're talking, occasionally a very large chunk of metal just goes flying past from the upper levels.
What do you mean? Oh, large chunk of metal, like
Debris, whether it be a signboard or a speeder from a crash. Because Coruscant is it's 4 or 5,000 levels.
Right.
It's a really fucking high up place, so stuff tends to fall for a while.
Yeah.
Is there an overhang?
Yeah, the landing pad is protected from any sort.
Good. I would like to stand within that.
I'm already proceeded to roll over.
If you were to make a perception check, you might be able to ascertain how far down the lower level beneath you goes.
I don't want to crawl over to the edge and look over.
So, anybody interested?
I'll
Hell
look.
no.
Where's my perception again?
All right, make a average
reflex.
perception check.
Make
So
a reflex save, you fall and die.
Let's see.
Better luck next time, idiot.
Do I
Roll
just
the
roll?
push.
Do I just roll the dice according to what my sheet says?
Okay, Gil's Ballist, is that your perception roll? Because basically it's exactly what that
It
is.
added a proficiency die. I don't know why.
Because you automatically upgrade.
Well, no, but why? I only have the 2 green die for,
Oh, on your sheet? Let me
Right.
see.
I have a green die and a yellow
Just
one,
add
but
it
then
in.
and I only selected 2 green dice and 1 proficient and 0 proficiency dice.
Perception? Let me open up yours.
Let me try again. Oop. Okay,
There
that
you
one did.
Yeah, okay. Alright. Now I'm going to roll against Tombstone first.
Okay.
It is.
I'm gonna go put on a kettle real fast.
Fuck, let me double check it out through this. Okay, so I just have to roll 3 of these bad boys because it. No, it's it's an average. Pardon me. Okay, so let me go to check what that is. Oh, you only had an advantage dice, so that means you don't actually.
Huh?
Well, basically, I rolled a difficulty dice, and
Yeah.
the kind of upside down triangle almost looking thing that
Yeah.
is a failure,
Yeah.
and other the other one is what is that? Oh, that is a threat. So, as
I
you
die.
as you try to look over, like a small little rivet comes and bops you in the head. Not really enough to hurt you, but it does jar your sensors a bit.
I were a little bit
Okay,
and leave
and
get away.
Gills Bliss, you have 1 success. Let's see what you get. Whew. You extra don't pass. And you kind of slip a little on the rivet that ZZ got bopped with.
I'm looking at these nerds looking over the edge like idiots, and I'm thinking, what the fuck?
Yeah, I know better than that.
All right.
ZZ beeps angrily.
It's okay.
Okay. Do me a favor, and all of you can make this because you're not looking over the edge. Make one more perception check.
Okay.
Okay.
Hopefully I'll... There we go.
Nice.
Where is my perception? I don't
Goddamn.
find it.
Yeah. Okay.
What's
I'm just gonna go
happening?
ahead and say you all passed this because this is an easy task.
But I
Oh,
have,
no.
I have dice. to do.
Danger!
Okay, go ahead and roll your dice. I'm pretty sure, unless you're just a dingus, you're gonna pass.
Is he a blind fish?
Okay, so you actually did pass, but you got 3 advantages.
Okay.
So, with some help from the others, you can kind of tell what you're looking at after a few seconds.
Like everybody's staring at a thing. What's happening?
In the distance, beyond of where you can actually see, there is a single light pulsing in a pattern.
Okay.
What's it mean?
After you notice this, a few moments later, you can hear the sound of a single transport slowly rising up in the darkness.
Oh, good. It's the bus.
Cheese it, it's the fuzz.
After a moment, a very ratty-looking transport speeder lands, and its entryway opens up, revealing an older Rhodian pilot.
All right.
He just kind of motions for you to get enter.
Did we have a password or anything?
Were we told to expect anything, or just hey, stand at this landing pad?
I tell him the eagle is landing as I enter the thing. I don't do that.
R4 beeps at the at Baloney, the fishman.
Baloney.
I like globe baloney.
Yeah, Globaloni.
Hopefully my whisper is getting to you,
Um,
Jack. I think it is.
Yeah. How do you reply and whisper, or how do you whisper?
Well, you don't necessarily have to.
Yeah,
if you look
just
at
you're the only one who can understand me, so
Yeah. Okay. So
Yeah.
some beep boops.
You can always just be
I'll
like,
just approach, or I'll just look at you and be like, yeah, I don't know.
there you go. That's the Star Wars way. You say what they're saying by replying to them.
Exactly.
He looks at you all impatiently and says, You're the new recruits, right?
Yes.
I guess so.
Then get in. If you're spies, you'll be dealt with pretty quickly.
I shrug. All right, let's go.
Sounds,
I
sounds
raise an
good.
eyebrow, but I enter the speeder regardless.
Yep, let's go.
I ollie 5,000 into the speeder.
I'm proud of you, ZZ. Trained you well.
I'm gonna need you to roll a athletics check.
Okay.
This is going to be a what difficulty?
Man, he's just gonna careen off the edge and fall to his death.
This is going to be a daunting task.
All my money was in
Well,
there.
You know, you guys actually tied. Although he has more disadvantages than you do advantages. So you don't quite do your sweet ollie. You just kind of roll up onto it. But as you do, you catch like on the edge of the transport and you just fall forward.
Oh, I thought he was gonna look like he tipped stuff over and then he just kind of
Oh.
writes. It's real embarrassing.
Oh no, I'm gonna have to pick my.
Your droid appears to have fallen over.
He does that sometimes.
ZZ,
I'll get
ZZ
him.
lets out a single beep.
Yeah. That's. Sorry about that. Come on, man. You looked cool. I thought you did. It's pretty cool
Just
before you
shake his
fell.
head, man. This droid is a bad fucking purchase.
The Rodian sighs, and after the last of you enters, he closes the door. The lights in the, I guess, inside the craft dim until they are pretty much the only things you can really see are the instruments and the eyes of the Rodian, which shine like the stars because that's what Rodians do.
Yeah.
Mine noticeably don't.
They don't because you're not a Rodian.
I get a big ol' fish eyes.
It's me, Humpin' Man.
I heard Humping Man.
I did too.
I am also the Humping Man.
So the transport craft takes you down an interminable amount of time. It could be a couple minutes, could be a good deal longer. All you know is it's been pretty dark for quite a while.
Dozed off for a second.
I look at my watch. How long has it been? I don't have a watch.
What?
I stand at attention and wait patiently.
Oh, you're so. Oh, Sal, it's good for you.
I play some hollow
ZZ,
chess.
what's your chronometer? ZZ, what's your chronometer say?
What do I roll for that?
You don't.
Darn. What's my chronometer say?
It's been about 20 minutes.
Okay.
About? What kind of fucking chronometer is this?
So
It's pretty busted.
as you travel down, you start to notice some large shapes in the distance that are barely illuminated by the thin beams of the transport craft. And the closer you get, you start to notice that it is, in fact, various rubble. You might surmise that it is the debris that has been falling ever so steadily from the higher levels of Coruscant.
I'm gonna ask the. I'm gonna tap the pilot on the shoulder. Are we going to the bottom?
No. The very lowest level of Coruscant is absolutely uninhabitable. This is level 1782.
Oh, okay. This seems pretty uninhabitable.
It's not quite where the crime lords call home, but if you ever want to not be found, this is the place.
Okay.
As he says this, the transport touches down in a relatively, and I'm saying that very loosely, relatively clear area.
Okay.
He instructs you to follow the. Where is it? He instructs you to follow the markers and points at a symbol which resembles a feigned creature. If anybody wants to make a knowledge xenology check,
Oh, I think I have this.
I make
I
a knowledge
actually-
xenology
I actually
check.
got this.
I could make it anyway, just because I have a pretty
For
good.
some reason, no dice appeared.
I saw that.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. Okay, how
Oh,
many
oh,
do?
oh.
I don't see my roll.
Yeah, I didn't see it either. Roll
Yeah,
again,
it's weird.
please.
Yeah, it gets it out sometimes. I think.
There we go.
Hot damn. You guys are doing pretty well on that.
I've got a 4 intelligence.
Yeah.
Okay, in order,
Oh.
first is ZZ. Okay, ZZ passes.
It didn't
Ha-
roll my full intelligence for some reason.
ZZ, you, which I'll tell you guys
There
what
we
it is in once I roll them all. But ZZ, your memory banks are a little eroded as far as the specifics of this creature, but you know what it is.
Okay.
Okay. Next is Gills. Oh,
You could just
you-
roll one check
pass.
for everyone. That would make it go faster too.
I guess,
Especially,
yeah.
especially for stuff like this kind of check.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. All right, so we'll go ahead and say that the second check applies to everybody. And look at that, everybody passes except
Yay.
for Jack.
Oh.
What an idiot.
Everyone who passes recognizes this to be the symbol that notes that this was an area where a rat ghoul plague took place.
A rat ghoul plague?
Rat ghouls are beings that have been mutated by a virus that nobody quite knows the origins of. It's basically space werewolves, except much slimier.
Sick.
Did you play Kodor?
Yes.
Well, I'm asking too because they're in
Oh
Kodor.
no. I think
Yep.
I played a little bit of KOTOR.
Okay.
I need to play all of it sometime. I think I actually remember those things now. I think about it.
They've also featured in Star Wars: The Old Republic and various other games and media. But basically, think slimy space werewolves.
Okay, cool.
Can I not? I'd prefer not to.
Too late.
Yeah, I think I remember these things.
So,
Huh? Oh. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Skype. Hey, there we go.
Yay!
Yay.
all right. So,
So, slimy werewolves was where we last were.
Yep, I actually pulled up the Wikipedia or Wikipedia
Yeah.
in case anyone wanted to.
you
wanted to
didn't
look at
pass
it.
though. You don't know what they look like.
Oh, this is for everyone else.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you pass checks, like knowledge checks, feel free to like look this shit up so you like have a better idea.
But I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Anyway, when we lost, Lost connection. I was asking the Rhodian if or rather, I had said to the Rhodian that I assume that the infestation has run its course.
Okay, good, because I was thinking something along the same lines. I'm glad someone's broaching that topic.
I was also thinking the same thing.
You're
beating
right.
He neglects to answer you as you. Like, have you guys stepped off the ship yet or not?
Yeah. I guess I'll start following the signs. He's like, follow the symbols. I'm like, oh yes, sir. Sure.
I follow behind.
Sounds good.
Baloney.
Oh,
It's
Shit, yeah.
Galomi.
Galomi.
glow me.
Like,
Hey, John,
What?
glow me. He doesn't answer your question, Gills, but he does say to make sure to mention that the beaches on Mount Calamari are lovely this time of year. After that, his ship slowly disappears into the darkness.
Well, shit.
I
I
reach
thought
out a
I heard
little.
something about
I say out loud.
I thought I heard something about Mon Calamari. Who said?
Sal, did you catch that?
Yes.
You feel free to repeat or not.
He said to say that the beaches of Mont Calamari are beautiful this time of year.
Oh.
I used my skullduggery to figure out that is probably a code.
I used my common sense to figure out this same thing.
I should roll.
I use my intellect.
So, the path is pretty easy to follow. Like, the markers are pretty obvious. But as you go, you could hear a low growl in the distance.
Oh no.
Um,
I speed up a little bit.
What kind of growl?
I too speed up a little bit.
somewhat animalistic. Occasionally, humanoid cries can be heard within the growl. Not as if it's coming from multiple creatures, as if it's coming from the same source.
I speed up some
Okay.
more.
I want to look up how stealth works.
Everyone's starting.
Just like that Rhodian fellow.
Everyone's starting to walk faster than me. I should probably walk faster.
You can just roll stealth, and that's a skill. Like I'm looking
Yeah.
at now,
Yeah.
YouTube.
I've got it. I was just wondering how it works.
Just go ahead and
That-
roll it. I
Yeah.
mean, if you, yeah.
Pew, pew.
Oh, I didn't show up.
Nothing.
Dragon?
Motherfucker, that's so
Yeah.
annoying.
I apologize. That was very annoying.
There we go.
Oh, look at.
I just want to
What?
like work on it as early as possible.
Stealth, you
Oh
say?
yeah, I forgot that. Okay, the little lightsaber dice actually count as both a success and.
And an advantage, yeah.
Well, no, it's like a better
Yeah, I had
advantage,
to work today.
Cool.
I didn't even get that.
like an extreme
I didn't even
advantage.
get that phone call today
Um,
at 7.
so as you guys are walking, do you notice that Mr. Riptide is not very visible right now?
We lost one. Hold on.
As you say this, the growls are steadily getting louder.
As long as they don't-
Okay.
as long as they don't care if
At this
they're
point,
being
I'm going to
absolutely
just
front
kind of
of
like reach my hand into my robes and keep my hand on my blaster while looking weird.
Jack's doing.
What are you doing?
Jack's
Um,
doing Star
I
Wars Jedi
got an
Empire,
itch.
Roleplay.
I've got an itch on my blaster.
Real quick, I like how in the background he's like,
Yeah,
Jack's
very
doing,
well.
roleplay.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty fucking nerdy. I'm making fun of them. It's a good time.
This goddamn loser weeb.
No, he ran the other Star Wars game I was in.
Trash game for trash people. Yeah.
Okay, so
Roommate's name is Jack.
the
I'm glad we cleared that up.
as the noises turn into a dull roar,
He said
you reach an extremely large ship with a correspondingly extremely large symbol of the Rakghoul Plague.
Oh,
Just
At this point, you can make a what do you call it? Mechanics check in order to determine what the ship might be.
Oh, that's me. I have really good mechanics. Oh, but then roll. There we go.
Yeah, I'm finding that you have to reset it every time you want to change the number of dice you're rolling.
Yep, I have definitely been taking you to a different guy for maintenance.
All right. Riptide, you don't quite know what type ship it is, but you can tell that it is a ship dating back to the Clone Wars.
It's a ship with ship-like qualities.
However,
about-
ZZ,
Yeah?
you do note that this is in fact a Providence class dreadnought.
I beeped that.
Whoa!
Actually, would I just I know have knowledge warfare. Would I have been able to roll that for it?
I'll allow it.
It is a battleship.
Yeah, go for it.
This one time.
No, it makes sense, especially with his background because he was like a Clone
It does
Wars era
make sense,
Commodore.
yeah.
Yeah. I beep an agreement.
You definitely know what this is, and you have some not quite very fond memories of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not this particular ship, but this class.
Yes.
You
Bayless
would
purses his lips.
you would note that this is actually the same class of ship that General Grievous himself piloted or helmed.
Mm.
Anyways, while you were determining this,
They are really cool-looking ships. What is one doing down here?
well, you might surmise that it's crashed down here during the Clone Wars.
Hmm.
There was kind of like a planet-wide battle.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
I know.
too
I was
ob-
it.
it's too obvious. That can't be it.
No, they definitely brought it here.
There's gotta be more.
Now, as you guys are examining the ship, there's a single open doorway, and behind you, the growl has changed into an all-out bestial roar,
Okay, let's
and the
run
noise
towards that
seems
door.
to come from all around you.
I'm just gonna mosey on, all sneaky-like into this here ship.
I'm going to suddenly feel threatened now. Before I wasn't, but now I'm threatened. I'm going to run towards that door.
I draw my
Um,
blaster pistol and I also start running towards the door.
I also run toward the door.
You roll very fast.
A blaster pistol in hand sounds like the way to go right now.
All right,
I'm also with that.
so
Yeah.
you all you rush into the entryway of the ship, and as you do that, the door slams behind you with magnetic locks audibly powering on. As this happens, and a extremely bright, blinding light shines on you guys, and a booming voice inquires, "What's the best place for a vacation?"
I hear Mon Calamari is nice this time of year.
The beaches specifically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes, specifically Mon Cala. Actually, it's quite lovely at any
Yes,
point.
the
in
beaches
year.
on Mon Calamari are lovely this time of year. That's what we said.
Having a lot of fun shits. Y'all both.
As Gil says this, the light dims considerably until
I like-
the room's
I like
Huh?
the group effort on that one.
yeah, I like that a lot too. The room dims considerably until you can kind of, you can see everything pretty comfortably without having to deal with bright light. In front of you is an older Trandoshan man. He's extremely tall, and despite his age, still pretty built.
Swole.
Damn.
Um,
man.
And he says, "Welcome, friends, to the rebellion." As he says this, the door behind him opens that back up, and a protocol droid opens up.
Okay, I thought you meant the other door.
No, no,
Opens
no.
up.
The door you came in from opens, and a protocol droid comes in, somehow looking very smug.
I know it is.
Oh.
Um,
ZZ beeps at him.
he he notes you somewhat tersely, yeah, muttering to himself, "Astromech droids." And what is this? Who typed what? Oh, what are you so smug about?
Yeah.
And the droid then states, Oh, once again, my powers performance proved too great for the simple minds of your recruits, Tusserk. Yeah. So he's pretty much just kind of told you that you fucking suck, and he scared the shit out of you.
I wasn't afraid. I just like walking fast.
Jacka is currently getting some lag.
Oh, and the moment you said lag, it started to clear up.
ZZ
That's
beeps at the protocol droid again.
Okay.
Okay, so Protocol Droid was laughing at us because he made some noises.
The protocol droid, yeah, he was basically the one making the noises, and he is pretty happy that he tricked you guys.
I just like
Um,
walking fast.
Bayless raises an eyebrow and looks nonplussed otherwise.
So the protocol droid ignores ZZ and says to Tusser, by the way, I do not approve of this diminutive little robot you brought here.
ZZ. Manners.
He lets out a sad little whistle.
No, you sound-
All right. As my companion has stated, I am Tusser, and I will have you know I'm handling your induction into the rebellion proper. Can I have your names first, though?
Well, this little guy right here is ZZ. R2Z11 if you want.
R4Z11, actually.
Yes, that's what I
Tusser
meant.
says, reading your mind.
I whack him in the shins a little bit.
And I'm Golemai. Or I'm sorry, Galomi.
Kalomi! Oh, it's so good.
Always a pleasure to have a member of the noble Mon Calamari amongst us. He shakes your hand.
Oh, yeah, great.
Dude's got a powerful grip, by the way.
All right, this is the protocol droid.
No,
Oh, no,
they're Shandoshan.
Yeah.
The
They're
Technotion,
big
okay.
lizard men.
Yeah, they're
Yes, I know they are. I just
Why
Okay.
is
I know what they are,
I
fucking
know. Shut
idiot.
up.
all right. And now he turns to Riptide, who is no longer stealth because he fucking ran like a little child.
No, not like a little child, like a big boy
Yeah.
who was.
And you are?
No, I got it.
You can just call me Riptide. I reach out a hand.
Code names. I like it. He shakes your hand. And last but not least, who are you, my friend?
Bayless. Gills Bayless.
Wasn't there a Bayless serving in the Clone Wars, if I recall?
Bayless is not an uncommon Alderaanian name.
Alderaan.
Just,
My condolences.
raw damage.
Anyways, now we've all made friends, we're all good here.
Oh,
We
hold
can
on
get
one
down to
moment.
business. If you
Um,
follow me, what?
Hold on one moment. We have a Gills, a Riptide, and a man who is actually a fish.
I think we've got a good team, aquatic team theme.
Well, it looks like you guys might be heading to an aquatic planet at some point.
ZZ, you may be the odd man out.
I have proficiency on riptides because of my name.
All right. Now you follow me. We'll get down to business.
That's pretty good. I wouldn't have picked up on that.
Yeah, I didn't either. Like, pretty good stuff. Actually, if you just switch the I and the U on Galomi, you could be Gilomu.
No, we're not messing with Galomi. It's perfect as is.
It sounds really Italian almost.
It's
Yeah, it's
Italian like
Galomi.
bologna
Hey.
Italian.
Oh, hey, you only need armor. Stay
So
on the-
Tusserk leads you guys down a variety of corridors. It's pretty plain to see that as you get further down, the condition of the ship gets considerably better. Like they actually have been taking care of and restoring the lower reaches of the dreadnought.
Yeah. But not the outside because you gotta hide it. Makes sense.
It's fine. I've got nothing
So-
going on. I haven't even finished up all this.
Of course, back in the Clone Wars, the ship was disabled, and when we discovered it, our benefactors took great pains to help us renovate the systems, and now we kind of have it as a hidden outpost, which is really good because it's right underneath the Empire's nose. Like, they have not thought to look down in the trash district of all places.
Yeah, usually the garbage is the last place where you look for threats.
Yep. And finally, as you guys are walking, you reach a room which, based on the noise, you can surmise that is close to the power source of the ship, which is also. Pardon me, I wrote this in a hurry, so it's a little confusingly written. The hallway opens up into a much wider area resembling a maintenance room that has been converted into a command center of sort. There are several members of a variety of species working on various stations, as well as training in what appears to be combat tactics. Now, if all goes well, you'll be trained here for a time before moving on to greener pastures, and of course, much brighter ones. It's rather dark down here, and I'm not really digging it. Tusser guides you to a circular table that has a holographic map of Coruscant and a more primitive flat map being projected behind it.
Okay.
Now, you all have come here for your own reasons, and you all have your purposes for resisting the Empire. Whatever that reason is does not matter to me. At the end of the day, we stand together resisting the tyranny that has been laid upon us.
Yeah.
Of course, we're all aware of this, so let's get down to business. The rebellion needs soldiers. It needs people who can get in, complete objectives, and get out. We can't afford to send wave after wave like the Empire can, so we need people who can do all that and live to tell the tale. So we can't afford anything less than exceptional from you. So we're going to demand a lot, and we expect you to give a lot.
Well, I suppose giving our lives is the requirement for joining in the first place.
I gotta say, I do prefer staying alive at the end of missions.
Well, we'd prefer you to as well. So, of course, if things get a little too dicey, then you need to fall back, because we can't really... Losing people's not our bag, so to speak. The target we have here for you, to prove that you are loyal to the rebellion, is not going to be overly difficult, but we are at the actual seat of the Empire, so anything can kind of happen on this one. He flips a couple switches on the control panel and zooms in on a facility which resembles just a very large factory. As you guys have already noted, that's in your locations thing. Whoops.
Oh, hey, I've seen a picture of this in my mind zone.
You too have a mind zone? Tusser inquires.
I look down, 1,000-yard stare, and shake my head.
Alright, please make a knowledge core worlds check.
Okay.
Knowledge.
This is...
Oh, wow.
Fuck me, man.
My roll didn't go through. There we go.
That's like one of the best results I could get.
No fucking kidding. Everyone besides ZZ knows this. This is a facility owned by the Sorosub Company, which is a Celestin-run mega corporation based out of the planet Sullust. So here's where you can impress Tusser by mentioning this.
It was a what was it now?
Hello, Fury.
Sorosub.
Hello, Fury.
Sorosub.
I will type it out.
Okay.
Well, it says right there, it's the Sorosub industrial complex on the planet Sullust.
Did you say that in character?
Sure.
I see you've done your homework. Absolutely right. Tusser beams at you. He's very pleased with you.
I do not beam back.
I am an anti-beam. He killed my family. literally.
I absorbed this beam.
Actually,
It reflects
yes,
nothing.
it was really large and green. Let me tell you. Beams.
One
did-
moment, was this a donation or a acquisition?
Pardon me?
The
It's a really expensive
ship.
donation.
Oh, the ship. It was.
Okay.
I mean, kind of both. I mean, it was a donation in the sense that the rebellion sent people to renovate it, but the actual find was more of an acquisition.
Hmm.
Obviously, like, just as you guys have traveled through it, it's not like space worthy in any sense of the word, but it does serve as a outpost.
It's a big ship-shaped building now.
Yeah. So this factory produces a particularly nasty piece of hardware. You know, the big heavy repeating blasters that they tend to use to suppress the rebellion and all sorts of people. Yeah.
For the suppression of our people.
Oh yeah,
Well, it's
Yeah.
just generally very good at suppression fire.
they're powerful, accurate, and they could just lay down a hell of amount of fire. Your job today is to blow that factory up. Now, of course, this is only a drop in the pan compared to the rest of the Empire, but every blow counts, and it's going to
But
prove
it's
your
money, yeah.
prove your loyalty.
Surely it will be guarded.
Yes, but we have a
It's fine
plan
do
in
this
place to
fucking
kind of lower your resistance as much as possible.
I'll play the mage.
You're going to be issued some simple explosives. They're basically thermal detonators tied to a Voxbox activator, which
Okay.
a Voxbox is basically just like a reporting tool that can also translate things. Now, you're going to have to set these explosives up in two locations. One is main production, and the other is the storage facility. If you detonate both
And
simultaneously, it
composite
should set off a chain reaction, which will light up the entire complex.
So all we need to do is put them down and leave.
Yeah. There will be guards, which you will have to deal with one way or the other, but we have some options for you based on what you'd rather do. You could either go in guns blazing, straight in through the front door, and get in and get out fast.
I start shaking my head.
Or
Mage.
we did find a sewer access, which should put you reasonably close to the storage facility side of the facility.
That seems preferable.
Yeah, not for, sanitary reasons, though.
One
I think
wrinkle.
it'll work on fire.
The sewers of Coruscant typically have a rather nasty creature known as the Dianoga, and
Oh.
there's a chance you could run into one or two down there.
Hmm.
So if you do go the sewer route, be careful.
ZZ, we'll get you another wax job after.
Tombstone, you are posting to the party, but I don't mind.
Yeah.
Pretty funny.
So sounds like you guys are pretty set on the sewer entrance.
We'll,
I mean, given the alternative, yeah, I think so.
All right, just like I said, be careful because they shouldn't be terribly big compared to what they can be, but they're still pretty nasty little creatures. So just take your time and be safe down there.
Oh no, it's the sewer rancor.
Oh no, the sewers are full of rancors.
Oh,
I let out a very sarcastic beep.
no, they're not very much like rancors. They're more
I
like
know.
writhing masses of tentacles and teeth.
Oh.
You don't know what a Dianoga? Jeez.
Yeah, it's
Is-
that's a weird word.
I just play off of you.
They infest most trash compactors on Imperial installations.
No, I try to avoid Imperial installations.
Once again,
I try to
most of
avoid
the,
trash compactors.
Both are wise decisions.
No, kids, don't flush them down the drain. Now,
That's
this
how they got here.
this is where things get a little gray. Not everybody in that facility is guilty of the Empire's crimes. Obviously, some are just there working. Which is unfortunate because at the end of the day, we can't sacrifice the mission for the sake of, some people who decide to stay behind. If you can get them to leave, that'd be great. But destroying that facility remains the utmost priority.
I'll see if we can get into the intercoms or something for us a moment before.
All right. Tusser hands you guys 10 remote explosives along with the detonator for it. Now, once the explosives are primed, you need to say just this one following phrase. He lifts the detonator to his mouth and says, "Palpatine did nothing wrong."
Oh, shit, don't...
Hey,
Were you
Your,
pressing the button?
When this is spoken, you guys can all hear a faint rumble. And there was your distraction.
Oh, okay, so we should go now, right?
I'm already out the door.
Who's carrying the thing? Who's carrying the explosives?
You guys have got a few moments. You're all right.
Okay, alright.
But of course, now time is of the essence. But I did a nasty. We set up explosives on 30 statues of Palpatine himself.
Oh.
I mean, the guy likes to put his weird shrouded visage on every street corner. So we figured we might want to clean up the streets a little bit, so to speak.
Looks a little nicer.
Oh yeah. But on the flip side, he also gets real pissy when people mess with his statues. So hopefully the guard patrols will be a little less on your way in there.
Okay. So, who's gonna carry the bomb? Or bombs?
yeah, we have a bunch of detonators, don't we? Did they have an encumbrance?
No. Encumbrance isn't really like a thing in this game. Like,
Yeah.
unless you're carrying like a heavy repeating blaster, then obviously you'll have encumbrance. But these are like small little grenade sized things. You can carry them in a pouch.
Right, so if anyone's got a satchel bag, we can just carry them around. Okay.
Exactly.
Alright, let's put them all in,
Put
strap
them
onto
all on the
right?
robot.
CZ, get in there! Don't worry about it. Quick, guys, quick, run! Palpatine does
Wait,
wrong.
I unscrew ZZ's head, put all the grenades in, and screw it back.
That's not
All right.
how it works.
I said it so it happens.
No, it doesn't.
I thought he was trash compactor bot.
I thought he was a
Alright.
gonk droid.
Anyways,
Gong.
I love those robots. Now you're gonna get flown within a couple of blocks of the facility, which is based on level 2342. You need to break in, plant the explosives, and get out. Try to do it quiet, but if you get caught, shoot to kill.
Okay.
So you guys are gonna be doing these stealth missions.
Yep.
Yep.
This is a sneaking mission. Quick,
Acquire
play.
on site.
Let me. Well, yeah, if you get caught, fire. You know.
No, I mean acquire the we're gonna have to acquisition all our resources on site.
Yes.
All right.
Hey, Baloney, how good is your deception?
Nice.
It is. Let's see, Baloney. You would think a guy named Baloney would have good deception. It's decent, not great.
I've got
It's-
2 green and a yellow.
Yeah, that is me.
I've got 2
Okay.
green as well. But no yellow.
I was trying to find the Metal Gear Solid theme song, but I couldn't find anyone that wasn't 8-bit.
Yeah, let me see.
No, it's okay. It's not a big deal.
And I'm
So-
about to-
As you leave the ship, the Rhodian transport guy from before picks you back up and takes you within a few blocks of the facility. But the sewer entrance actually lies one level below, obviously because it's below ground, comparatively. As you walk towards the actual entrance of the sewer, you can spot an occasional sentient humanoid, but they're generally just doing all the drugs.
All of them.
So somebody can do a medicine check if they have it,
Let me see.
and
I
you
have a
have to
little
beat this.
Okay, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
not gonna bother with that.
There we go.
Holy shit! These rules are really kind to you guys.
Maybe I will bother with that.
Here, Jake.
Well, Riptide. Actually, all of you note that these are death sticks that they are ingesting.
Yeah, don't touch those.
They do death.
It is a highly illegal narcotic, and just possessing them can get you thrown in jail for quite some time.
Mm.
Did we lose Jack? Oh, internet dropped.
Oh no.
I look at these death stick smokers contemptuously.
ZZ beeps.
Beep,
Contemptuously.
bop,
Master, where are you?
Papa. Oh shit! I can control part of the Death Star or the Star Destroyer.
There it goes.
There it goes. God love him.
No, not the dick and balls.
All right. While we wait for Jack to get back, I am going to get a thing of ice cream. Be right back.
Ooh, I'm gonna get some apple salt.
Man, I want ice cream.
Yeah, I wish I was still at ice cream. I ate all
Hey.
my ice cream.
Hey, Greaves, you know what Sal's can't stop me from doing now?
What? I mean, he can't stop you anyways. It's not like he's your fucking mom.
Also, there's the MGS theme for you, Jake.
I saw that, thanks.
Okay.
But we're already past the joke.
Damn. Well, if you need anything else, tell me.
If I need any sweet goofs in advance.
Yeah.
Alright, be right back. Let me get some applesauce.
Silence.
Yep.
There you go. And now it's a hat.
Got applesauce. The applesauce song.
Welcome back with your applesauce.
So you guys having fun so far?
Yeah, I gave the dick a hat.
I see that.
Yeah. Also, I just realized I can do italics there.
Meat bags. Okay, now that penis just looks like a dildo. Look at the base. Those legs are just the base of the dildo.
Quick, draw little arms on him. He's a gunman.
Well, he's not a gunman if his arms are like out like he's a fucking snake monkey thing, whatever those are called. Monkeys
Look,
in a barrel.
he has a gun.
That's a pipe. This is the worst dildo I've ever seen.
Oh man, applesauce is so good.
Kid, that looks like he's got like a weed pipe.
All right, he's no longer gunman. He's a dude in a fedora. You like his little nips?
Oh my god.
It's
The
just
worst,
like
that's the worst weed leaf I've ever seen.
it's just like payday. Here, he's gonna have a big old gross purple vein.
Yeah, guys, I think for our sewer strategy plan, we need to move into the sewer like this. Then we have to go back around, then do a loop-de-loop like this.
You know, that's actually not unlike what you actually do on Shadow Raid on Payday. There
Very
is a lot of looping.
Very similar plan.
We need to be careful that the guards might walk in on this way. And then they kind of patrol around this route. And
Hey, Sals.
sometimes you just gotta see them like all around here.
Hey, Sals, look what you can't stop me from doing anymore now. Ha 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 ha.
The Sal's never came.
That dildo is Sith lightning going on.
Where?
It's a weird little niblet here.
Oh, okay. Instead of saying power, unlimited power, he'd say dank, unlimited dank.
Dank, overwhelming.
Truly, we've created art here.
I have no more applesauce in this thing. Makes me sad. Do you guys want to wait for him, or do you want to just keep on going?
Whatever is fine with me.
We can wait. It's whatever you want to do.
I don't mind waiting. I don't mind going.
Let's wait.
Huh. There's some
We're
sick Fellow
missing a
Commando
bunch of
music.
people, so.
Yeah, I mean we're killing time anyways.
Yeah.
So. Ooh, Fellow Commando.
Yeah.
Game.
It is. I love Fellow Commando.
It hasn't aged all that well, but still pretty good.
Yeah. Hey! He's back.
There we go. Okay.
Welcome back.
Hey.
I swear this setup's foolproof.
That's
Absolutely
fine.
nothing-
We didn't do anything
No-
without you. We
No
just
problems can
Yeah,
happen.
we just drew dicks.
Oh yeah.
You missed it.
I'm disappointed.
Oh, he hasn't missed it yet, unless I delete it right now.
Oh, but I'm refreshing right now. Alright.
Sorry.
Oh, now there's a sweet pair of titties there.
Here's a good sneaking in track.
Oh, there we go. I can see it now. I'm not sure what what's going on here. See, we got ourselves big cracked ball sack.
That's not cracked. It's a big
He's
old vein.
cracked. Cracked. It's a bunch of some robin eggs. They've been dropped. I like his little mushroom hat.
Yeah, I need some stacks on my
All right.
Also, we can push
Yeah.
All right, so we were
Just
at
to the
point-
sewer.
Yes, where Rodian got Trinocean guy was just like, oh, there's the sewer. Have fun.
All right.
Ah,
So, the sewer is sparsely lit. There's maintenance
Nice.
lights about every 20 feet, and so in order to avoid any potential Dianogas, you must all roll stealth.
Okay. Let's see how
Sounds like-
stealthy I can be.
Let's see how.
Yeah, I'm fine. Well,
I try to roll very stealthily.
ow.
Wow.
Where is my stealth? Oh, good. I have 2 greens.
I am modestly stealthy.
I am worried. I am worried for you guys.
Considering that there is not a single actual success,
I mean, I've got an advantage over it.
I'm
Did I
just
roll?
I'm just splashing everywhere.
yeah, but advantage doesn't actually make up for success. That just means that you get noticed last.
Works for me.
As what's the party order?
Well, it's just a new.
Party order. Well, obviously I'm the leader because I'm the most important here.
I feel like Gills would have took the
That's
lead.
fine. I'm an old man. I'll go in the back.
Okay.
Mr.
I'm right behind
Robot
below.
should be behind me.
Yeah, I'm
because
right
he's
behind
my
below.
robot.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as Mr. Gulgul is creeping forward, he ends up like mistiming his step, so he kicks really low and kicks right into the fleshy tentacle of a Dianoga.
Holy shit. Then I roll over his tentacle.
One moment.
Um,
Pull their stats.
I'm gonna shoot it.
Well,
I'm gonna freak out and shoot it.
that's too bad because first off, you guys must all roll initiative.
Which is
I hack it. How do we roll initiative?
it's
You
something. I can't remember what it's called again.
it's either cool or vigilance, whichever one is higher.
What is it?
Cool or vigilance?
Cool or
Okay.
vigilance?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Cool, and what's my vigilance at? Okay, vigilance is slightly higher for me.
Yeah, I have a green and a yellow for that one. So
So that's the one you'll roll.
yes.
Doot. Oh wait, it rolled 3 for some reason. There we go. That second
I
one is
have a
my
good
actual
cool.
one.
Now we're talking.
Yes, so that's my top.
I only have 2 green die on
Okay. Oh
vigilance.
my god. All right. Where did we start? Gills has 3 success. ZZ has 1.
My first
Think
roll.
about computers as we walk.
My first roll is in my
Oh,
my real one. Yeah.
did I get
Okay.
mine?
The second roll with the 2
Okay,
dice
Okay.
is my
All
actual
right.
one.
Jack, you actually wait.
Did I do it?
Golomi
Did I-
and the
did I-
Jack dice pool. That's confusing. All right. I'm registering Golomis.
Okay, yeah. I was
Yeah.
trying to figure out. I wasn't popping up on my screen.
It popped up.
Alright.
And so the order is going to be Golomi, then where's Gills?
Up near the top,
Okay.
right above my wrong roll.
Yeah, I see it. So Golomi and Gills, and then After that is R4, and then the Dianoga, and then ZZ. So, you all are pretty much within the close range band with this guy, Dianoga.
I was killing minions and
Um,
then 5 seconds later getting all the golden spirits.
So now, I guess Jack go first.
Yeah, I was last.
I'm gonna pull out my gun and shoot it.
All right, you're going to roll a ranged light.
Okay, if I can get this site to respond.
Hang on, let me go to the combat page. Make sure I know this. Actually, it's 216.
That's the first time I've had ice cream in a while.
All right, go ahead and roll.
Okay, give me a second. It is a light, range light, because I have
It's a pistol.
blaster pistol. The site has stopped responding for me. Nice. Let's refresh that.
In the meantime, I'll roll for you. You have 1 green and 1 yellow.
Yay!
1 green, 1 yellow. Boom. You got 2 successes and an advantage. Nice.
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 And you have to roll against.
Nice.
Oh shit. That's wrong. Let's go
Yeah,
and
that
reroll
seems
that
very
bad
wrong.
way. So you do manage to hit. However, you did have a setback dice. So, but you also have an advantage dice, so they kind of counter each other, I believe. Advantage. So the applications advantage are covered in 217. So you can actually spend that advantage to do a variety of things. One advantage can do the following: you can recover 1 strain, add a 6-sided dice to the next allied character's active skill check. Notice a single important point in the ongoing conflict, such as the location of the blast door's control panel or a weak point on an attack speeder.
What?
Or
That sounds like a good option.
you can inflict a critical injury with a successful attack that deals damage past soak. Costs may vary. So, what kind of blaster pistol are you using?
It is a regular blaster pistol.
Okay, so like, is it a light blaster or a heavy?
It's
I thought it
vanilla,
was-
apparently.
All right.
Yeah, I thought there was just vanilla flavor.
Yeah.
It is medium.
I spent the right amount.
That's the one I got too.
That's what I have also.
Blaster
Alright.
blade and blaster pistol.
I got a holdout pistol.
I
Ooh.
hold it sideways.
So you can hide it in your jacket pocket.
Yeah.
All right. So
Well, considering the rules, it actually they're all the same size theoretically.
let's see. A blaster pistol does 6 damage and has a crit of 3. What is? How do you determine how to activate crit? See, that's what confuses me is the actual critical aspect of it. Is like, I know you start dealing crit past a certain point.
My clock is setting at 000.
Is it saying 000?
No, that is my
No, I know.
Ruby.
So,
Sorry guys.
You got internet problems right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Well, remember, my uncle might be using it.
Yeah.
So there's probably three computers running, or 2 computers in an expo.
Okay. This is confusing. All right. Well, let's just go with this for now. As
My roommate's internet also kind of just dropped as well.
where the fuck is it? Soak shit. What have I done, guys? I fucked up.
We fucked up.
Let's see.
No, we don't like it.
I gotta figure out how much Soak a Dianoga has.
Okay.
So I apologize.
It's cool.
It's
It's
kind
a
of
learning.
new to
It's
all
a
of
learning
us.
experience.
Series.
What again?
So what kind of blaster pistol do you have?
That is the most vanilla of blaster pistols.
It's a
Ah,
standard.
yes. The Blast Tech Vanilla blaster pistol.
Yes.
I'm
Yes.
familiar with it.
Acme brand blaster pistol.
Yep. No, that's like low tier brand. I got like mid tier, the sedan of blaster pistols.
The Honda Civic of a blaster pistol.
So you deal 2 wounds to it, and so your blast hits solid. It's thick hide, kind of absorbs most of it, but you can tell there is a noticeable burn.
Oh, good. We should keep shooting it.
Yeah.
You probably should.
It seems like it's working.
I'm on board with that plan.
Crit. See, when I go to the critical hits page, it shows ship stuff. So, it's not what I want. So how about that weather?
It is
Weather.
chilly.
Yeah. I wish it was spring. Wish I didn't have to work tomorrow. I get to be off Monday though. Yeah.
Where the fuck is the goddamn crit chart?
Let's say Jack succeeded and then it explodes.
And then it's like, yeah, I'm
He's that
pretty. I'm a kind of a big deal.
good.
Well, I actually. Alright, okay, so it doesn't seem like you actually got enough advantages to activate the crit on that. You need a total of 3.
Oh,
Alright, so that was a waste of time.
dang.
After that is guilds.
Okay, Gills, don't let us down.
Zells.
Gills, no.
Yes. Ba-bum. Boop. Pew.
You hit, and you're also using a standard blaster pistol.
Mm-hmm.
So you have done a scotch more damage to it. It is making some loud, angry noises.
My double advantages don't do anything.
Sure, I just. Alright, critical injury results. There we go.
Like I said,
I just gotta find out how to actually trigger criticals. So then we'll go back and we'll do Jax first. Active qualities require the user to spend a certain number of advantages to trigger them. Generally, this is 2 advantages, although some qualities require more or fewer. So, let's go back and find blaster pistols. All right, here's what confuses me because it says damage for a blaster pistol is 6. That makes sense, and then crit is 3. I don't know if that means that's how many you need to roll to use it, or not.
I think that's how many damage past soak it has to be.
Nevik, I'll talk to you about
No,
that.
no. Well, advantage is how you actually trigger crit.
Hmm.
Well, then it
Yeah,
equaling the crit rating makes sense because things you would expect to crit more, like the vibroblade I have a
Which is-
lower crit rating.
Yeah. All right. In the meantime, while I'm still looking this up, ZZ, go now.
Okay.
Well, no, but there were
yes.
other things I can do with that advantage, right? Besides this.
Yes. 2, 5, 7. Let's. Okay, so with advantages, you can add double advantage. Perform an immediate free maneuver that does not exceed 2 maneuver per turn limit. Add a setback dice to the target character deck check, or add advantage like the 6-sided dice to any allied character's next check, including that of the active character.
Right. So I have 2. So I'm going to add a disadvantage dice to Diagonal and an advantage dice to whoever goes next. R4, I think.
Well, no, the disadvantage costs 2.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Can I just add 2 advantage dice to them?
Yeah.
All right, then I'll do that.
So, ZZ, you're going to add on 2 of the D6 to your check.
Oh, was that the blue one?
Yeah, the blue D6 in the far left.
Okay. 2 of them? Okay, cool.
Yes.
Okay, so can I roll now?
Yes.
Okay, and in a surprise, suddenly ZZ literally pulls a gun out of himself. This just extends an extendo arm. Oh, didn't roll right. There we go.
All right. Fortunately, those blue dice did not do for much.
Nope.
But
Dang.
you did succeed,
Yeah.
and you have 2 advantages after negating the one from the disadvantage.
Okay.
So you can also do the same thing. You can add a setback dice, or you can add up to 2 advantage dice to the next ally's active character check.
I'll give 2 advantage dice to Riptide.
All right, so this is now the Dianoga's turn. Let's see, where's the stats? The Dianoga attempts to flail its tentacles wildly at Galomi.
Oh no.
Now you're going to roll against me. So let's
Okay,
see what's. Well, actually,
Still-
yeah. Hang on. Let me make sure I have that right. No, you have a success. Yeah, if you have 2 successes against my 2 failures, then you avoid the attack.
Okay.
I think.
I can't seem to get the site to respond.
Hmm.
So you're gonna just have to roll for me, I suppose.
Okay. So.
So it should start improving eventually.
Okay. Actually, yeah. No, I pretty much just need to roll a single. Because he's close range, he pretty much has a distinct advantage. Oops. Damn it. You're hit.
Ow.
So your soak is 2. So you take 3 wounds, which brings you down to 9.
Okay. I can track that on my character sheet. I got that going at least.
All right, John, is your turn. John, did you fall asleep?
No, I'm here. I'm muted.
Oh.
okay.
I'm gonna go out on a limb, and I think I'm gonna shoot this thing.
No kidding.
You get 2 bonus die, by the way.
Bonus
Yeah.
die, so blues.
Yeah, the
Blues,
blues.
yeah. You must beat 1 setback.
You can do it, man. I believe in you.
Bang.
You really do?
Don't
Oh,
shoot me.
My yellow die came up blank. Cool.
That sucks.
I
You
know.
have 1 advantage. Alright, yeah, you can basically add another dice just to somebody the next person's skill check.
Who's after me?
Gills?
After you,
I think?
that would be Gloomy.
Oh.
Mr. Maloney.
All right, baloney. Enjoy your blue die.
I will use that blue dice.
So then, like,
and I
because
will.
I hit, I just do the damage that my weapon does, right?
Yeah, which is that you all have blaster pistols, I'm assuming.
I have
Yeah,
a holdout
so
pistol.
it's-
Mine does 5.
Yours is
Okay.
5?
Yeah.
Well, aren't you a special fucking snowflake? I do 6 damage.
I do. Well, I'm.
I like how we all just surround this thing, hold our guns sideways, just start blasting it.
I'm quite.
my-
I'm quite offended by its.
Then
by its
Astromech just-
thrashing.
Just pulls out a gun and starts blasting.
You're quite offended by what?
By its thrashing. Let's put this thing down.
Right? So you're gonna shoot again?
Yep.
Okay.
I'm probably gonna back up a few steps as well.
Alright. So you're gonna move out of engaged range with him. That's smart. And then you're gonna shoot a motherfucker.
Yeah.
You're gonna ice this bitch.
Yep. That's exactly what I'm doing. I might even be holding it sideways.
Alright, you succeed, but he has negated your advantage dice that you've rolled,
Hmm.
and he does have 1 disadvantage.
Hmm.
So, as you're stepping back, you trip, and while the blast does hit, it doesn't hit very well,
Hmm.
so its damage is lowered by 1.
Oh.
All right, but still hit him, and you're not in engaged range with him anymore.
Did I actually trip and land on my ass, or did I? Just,
No, you kind of
stumble?
stumbled.
Okay.
All right, Gills.
All right, I'm going to shoot the thing.
Okay.
Do I have any advantage dice at this time?
No.
Pop.
Pop, pop, doot up. All right. You deal another couple damage to him.
All right, I also inflict a disadvantage dice on it.
Oh no. All right, and now ZZ's turn.
Oh, it's my turn? Okay.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Just normal roll, right?
I like how we're all just sort of standing around shooting this stupid thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We gotta take this,
kill it, kill it,
take
kill
this
it,
thing
kill
out.
it.
I beep, kill it,
Oh.
kill it.
Oh, it hit me.
Oh,
Shoot
why
it.
didn't it? Okay, it didn't count my yellow dice there first. Okay. It keeps not counting dice for me the first time I roll. I don't know why.
Right. So
Okay, so what's the prognosis?
you and Galomi bump into each other while trying to do a sweet double leap past each other. And while you both hit, you don't hit very well. And you deal 1 less, and you notice that it seems like the blast just didn't do anything to him this time.
Dang.
That was ZZ, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Which
yeah.
is-
We tried to do our famed wombo combo.
Which that's important to note, because if ZZ does a damage of 5 with his holdout blaster, and he suddenly is not doing any damage and when it's reduced by 1, you can tell how much soak he has.
Hmm.
4.
Wow, that's some basic math going. Alright, I finally got it up and running again. So I should be able to roll for myself.
Cool. Alright, and now he rolls to try. He ambles forward, going for the closest person, and sees gills. So, he shall try to attack you. His 1 setback dice. Boom.
Ooh.
All right. And good for you. You have negated his mighty blow. Well, I mean, it does more damage if it actually hits.
Okay.
You dodge carefully out of the way of flailing tentacles. However, you are pressed up against the wall. In doing so, on your next dice roll, you must, or on if he attacks you again, basically he has an advantage dice.
All right. Does one only ever get one dodge thingy?
What do you mean one dodge thingy?
Die, rather.
It depends on the range.
Right.
Since he's close, like he's actually engaged, he gets 1. If people, like, say you're being shot at from across the room, it increases the difficulty accordingly.
Okay.
All right, Riptide.
Yeah. My turn again.
Yeah.
Bang bang. I don't have any. Do I have any advantage this time?
Nope.
Aw. Bang.
Well, you do have a solid 2 to spend, so you can either give him a setback, or you can give an ally 2 advantages.
The setback seems better.
Okay. So, all right, he's looking pretty hurt, almost like he's half hurt.
We're all just doing multiple rounds, standing around this thing, just shooting it like crazy. It's-
Kill it.
It's
I
quite
imagine
the
the moment-
image.
The moment I kicked it, I started screaming and shooting it, and everyone just joined in.
Everyone's kicking and shooting and shooting and kicking.
All right.
It'll die. It'll die eventually. We're just gonna put this thing in the fucking ground.
Whose turn is it now?
Let's go, Obi.
Oh yeah, yeah. Let's see. I think I'm gonna shoot it.
Good plan, Master.
Thanks.
Well,
All right, let's see. Boom.
Okay. Congratulations. You have 3 advantages.
All right, I'm gonna.
Okay. When dealing damage to a target, have the attack disable the opponent or one piece of gear rather than dealing wounds or strain. This could include hobbling him temporarily with a shot to the leg, or so his comm link
Timeless
should be
said
agreed
Mike is
upon by the
broken.
player and the GM. And the effects are up to the
Time
GM.
was said 1 SEC.
Although table 610 critical entry result is a good resource to consult possible effects. Effects should be temporary and not too excessive. Or you can gain 1 melee or ranged defense, or force the target to drop a melee or ranged weapon he is wielding within reason.
When shooting its tentacle, make it drop its tentacle. Let's shoot that. I'm just gonna shoot the tentacle to hobble it or something or another.
That does mean you decide not to deal damage, though. Keep that in mind.
I think I will do that. I will be okay with that.
Okay, so let's see. We have some choices. He could be slightly dazed, off balance, bowled over, which is where they're knocked prone.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Actually, okay, so your choices here are slightly dazed, which leaves disoriented, bowled over, which is knocked prone and suffers 1 strain, or overpowered. Target leaves itself open, and the attacker may immediately attempt another free attack against them using the exact same pool as the original attack.
Okay. Does prone give us a range penalty to shoot him? If he was prone.
Let's find out.
Do we expose his weak point if he's prone?
So we could do massive damage.
Yeah.
It's actually not a bad question. Okay. Prone. Oh. Dropping prone and standing from a prone position each require a mover. Dropping prone allows the character to add setback dice to all ranged attacks made against him, although he must also add advantage dice to all melee attacks against him. So melee is more effective, but range is less effective.
Okay. I'm just gonna do the one. There was one that like dazes him, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll do that one.
Right. He is dazed and suffers 1 strain. But he does not
Yay.
take any damage. So let's look up what daze does real quick. While I do that, Gills, it is your turn.
Hmm? Do I get any extra dice? No.
No.
Alright, I am going to draw my vibroblade
Okay.
and attempt to stab it.
Does he succeed?
Unfortunately, it does not. However, between the daze and the sudden drawing of this vibrating sword, the Dianoga is surprised and is unable to attack this turn. It may only move.
Yeah.
That's good.
And with that, ZZ.
Okay.
Bang, 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 bang,
Yeah.
bang.
I shoot him some more.
Kill it. It's put it in the dirt.
All right. You deal another damage to him.
Hell yeah.
And his turn, the Dianoga tries to, it kind of scuttles around, disoriented, trying to find a target that doesn't have a vibrating sword, and it ends up moving closer to ZZ.
Oh no. Not me. I'm not delicious. I'm made of metal.
Riptide is your turn.
Riptide.
He's dead.
You might
You're
be muted.
muted.
Huh?
It's your turn.
Bang, 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 bang.
You miss, but
Shit.
it's really cool looking. So you can give people advantage dice if you want to.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna give it to?
I'll give it to Baloney. He's next, isn't he?
Yeah,
Okay.
Baloney.
Alright.
It's all you.
Let's get creative and shoot it.
I mean, don't broke it if it is. Don't fix it if it isn't broken.
Don't broke it if it doesn't fix it.
Yeah. I'm a words man.
I can tell.
Oh, you shot. Pardon me.
Yeah, I did. I rolled.
All right.
I fucked it up.
Yeah. You also had an extra d6 you could have rolled, so here you go.
Oh,
Shit.
nice.
Ignore that, but you get another success and an advantage. Congratulations, I'll give you 2 advantages. Alright, you can also give somebody an advantage or the Dianoga a setback.
Let's give the Dianoga a setback.
Alright? It's not looking too good off now. And now it is Gills.
Alright, I'm gonna try slashing at this thing again. Attack.
Okay, I forgot to take out the d6, so you hit. What is the damage for a Vibros Blade?
The vibroblade is damage 4. It also has pierce 2 and vicious 2.
Okay.
so I have to figure out what that means.
Pierce means it ignores soak, I want to say. Or just overall damage reduction, yeah. Let me go and find weapon characteristics.
There it is.
1.
An attack made with this weapon ignores 1 point of soak for each rank of Pierce. If the weapon has more ranks of Pierce than the target's total soak, it completely ignores the target's soak. And Vicious means when this weapon scores a critical injury or hit, the character adds 10 times the Vicious rating to the critical roll.
Okay, so you have not crit yet, but you did deal damage. What roll? What page is it on, by the way?
This is on page 170. Well, it starts on page 168. Are the weapon quality, item quality
Excellent, thanks.
pages. And defensive.
And you have vicious of what rank?
1.
Okay, so when you start dealing crit damage, it's going to add on an additional 10.
Mhm.
All right. And so it's you.
Also,
lop
my defense dice while wielding a Vibrosaur is increased by 1.
off- nice. You lop off one of its tentacles, and it looks quite nonplussed. ZZ.
Okay. With the thing coming closer to him, ZZ is going to switch out his blaster pistol and bring out like a rod that's sparking with electricity, which is technically a stun glove, but I don't imagine ZZ is going to.
I understand. I understand.
He's
So,
gonna
yeah.
have a zappy.
Yeah, he's gonna give it a zappy. Let me see here. I don't have any advantage die, right?
Nope.
Okay, and okay.
Nice. What's the stun glove damage?
It doesn't do damage, but it has stun 3.
Okay, stun. Weapon stun deals strain to the target. When the stun quality is activated, it equals strain rating. That's another thing I need to learn is strain.
Isn't it just like your health pool essentially?
No, that's wounds you're thinking of.
No, wounds. Like I'm saying, it's similar. I believe strain behaves just like wounds.
I'm not a hundo on that. How much stress before becoming stunned, dazed, or otherwise incapacitated? Okay. Okay. And with that, turn is going to attempt to attack ZZ.
What do I roll?
You don't. I roll against you.
Okay.
He misses.
Okay, cool.
And Retied is your turn.
Oh wait, what?
It's John's turn.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I hope you guys are fucking ready
I'm ready.
for what I'm gonna lay down because I'm gonna
what do you-
shoot it.
Holy shit.
Ow.
You're
I
crazy.
thought you were gonna kick it.
I mean, I believe I'm also still kicking it.
You hit, and you can add a advantage dice to any one player.
Yep, that's going to baloney.
All right. With
Thing
that
fucking
last shot,
dead. Holy shit! Kick, kick, kick! Shoot, shoot, shoot!
yeah, I didn't realize combat took this long. Dianogas are pretty they have a lot of damage reduction,
Yeah.
and like a comparatively high health.
Yeah.
Well, we'll beat him someday.
With that last shot, you did bust through its outer layer, exposing its fleshy innards.
Oh,
Yeah.
jump right in.
Every successful attack from now on is going to you will be rolling percentiles to deal critical damage to it,
Okay.
and each successful critical damage you add on an additional 10. So like say Sal's hits and then Tombstone hits, it's going to be Sal 0 and then Tombstone plus 10, so on and so forth.
Nice.
All right, so go ahead and go, Golomi.
I have an extra blue to shoot it.
Yes.
All right, let us shoot it then.
Okay,
That
I'm getting a
seems
lot of
pretty good.
let's consult the chart. So, you have a total of 5. So
Yes.
you can do a couple things here. You
Yes.
could add on an additional 10 straight away with your critical damage. Actually, that's not a thing, but I'm going to say it is a thing because
Alright.
that shot rang very true. So go ahead and roll a percentile plus 10.
Okay.
So 1d100 plus 10.
Where's the other dice? I know there's enough
You
in
can
there.
just type it.
No.
1d100.
Okay.
Okay, so you rolled a 93. Very nice. So you rolled at the brink. The target suffers 1 strain each time he performs an action. All right, Gills, is your turn. You are at plus 10 if you roll critical.
Okay. Slash.
Actually, you're at plus. You're at plus 20 because you're your sword.
Mhm.
Congratulations! While you do not have an advantage, you roll 1d100 plus 20. Don't worry, guys. It's almost dead.
Okay.
It seems like it's getting there.
A roll of 150 or above will kill it.
Oh, good.
So, okay. Agonizing wound. Target increases the difficulty of all brawn and agility checks by 1 until the end of the encounter. So, from now on, whenever he tries to hit you, he has a harder time of hitting you. ZZ, is your turn.
It's my turn. Okay. I'm gonna mix it up and shoot it again.
You hit. There's no way it doesn't. All right. Add on, you are also plus 20.
D100 with 20.
Yes.
Okay.
60 exactly.
Yeah.
He also okay. So now he has 2 setback. His difficulty checks are now twice as hard. Actually, 3 times as hard as they originally were.
Nice.
So now it's his turn. He's gonna try to hit ZZ, and he rolls this many, but he also has to deal with this many. You're still hit.
Wow. I tried to do a really agile dodge and failed spectacularly.
All right, you are dealt 5 damage. That's before soak.
5 damage? Jeez.
Before soak.
Okay, so only 4 damage.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
With your amazing soak of 1.
Yeah.
John, your go.
All right.
You have a plus 30 whenever you roll.
Bang, 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 bang. Bang.
Way to fuck it up. Your shot goes wild. It hits a nearby pipe, however, and
Does the pipe fall and kill it?
no, Steve does shoot out and blind it. It is disoriented once more.
All right, now we're getting somewhere.
Galomi, go.
Okay, I am going to scream and just shove my fist into its fleshy innards.
Holy shit!
What are you doing?
Do it!
Quick,
I am-
jack it off
I-
to death.
Alright.
I get the blue dice, right? So,
No, there was no blue dice to begin
oh
with.
no.
Just do it.
Okay.
I think it's just a brawl check, right?
Oh my god.
Oh, you fucking passed! Roll 1d100 plus 30, please. No, you know what? No. Roll 1d100 plus 50. I appreciate the gumption.
Alright, hold on one second. Let me.
I swear to God, if this kills.
I like how our first combat encounter was us standing around this thing for like 5 minutes just shooting it. Like everyone shot it about 8 times.
All right, so you rolled horrific injury. Roll 1d10 to determine which of the target's characteristics is affected. 1 to 3 for brawn, 4 to 6 for agility, 7 for int, 8 for cunning, 9 for presence, 10 for willpower. So roll 1d10, please. You rolled an 8. So its intelligence. I'm sorry, its cunning is even lower.
So
Get it
so
right in the
he
brain.
just ripped out a little bit of the thing's brains.
Yeah. It's Sal's go plus you're plus 60 now. You guys are now within striking range of killing it. It's 151 or above to kill it. You don't hit. But you could give an advantage to somebody,
Mhm.
or a setback to him.
I give it a setback.
Okay, Tombstone go.
Okay, I take a moment to beep holy shit, and then shoot it again at Gloomy there, trying to rip its brains out. Okay, I shoot it.
1d100 plus 60.
Okay.
What if you guys just keep on rolling like ones until you got to plus 150? Alright, well, increase difficulty of all skill checks by 1 until the next encounter. Okay. It's gonna try to hit Gloomy. Naturally.
Because I tried to rip its brain out.
Yeah.
I was trying to find its heart.
Alright, so it's actually down to 2 though. Ah! You don't get hit. Congrats.
Good.
Riptide, it's your turn.
Alright, let's fuck this thing up. This is like a gangland shooting.
Roll plus 70 now, please.
100 plus 70?
Yes.
Good fucking god.
No. So close.
Oh my
It's
god.
knocked senseless. It is now staggered for the rest of the encounter. It cannot perform actions. Okay,
It's not dead yet.
it's not dead yet, but also
kick.
it cannot attack. So I'm
Okay,
just gonna go ahead
You stand
and
around shooting it for like another minute.
Yeah,
Until
I'm gonna keep like stomping it.
We all- Until it's nothing but a fucking smoking pile of mush.
My
uh,
god.
a singular
Starbursts.
drug
Does
addict
that-
walks by and says, looks at you guys, and then throws up a gang sign and says West Side.
Remember that scene in the new Star Wars movie where they stood around shooting an animal for like 5
All right. So, food for thought.
We
Don't
did-
make party fight Dianogas anymore. I had a second one for you guys to fight, but no,
We
it's
did,
not
guys.
gonna happen.
I
Good
mean,
work, team.
Cody might have helped us do this a little faster, but this is hysterical.
That was like 40 minutes of you guys just shooting this poor creature.
It didn't even have a fucking.
I'm gonna go get a drink.
I hold up an extendo hand to high five.
Alright, I'm gonna hit it.
Yeah, we're not done.
We're gonna do our special little handshake.
Yeah. The secret droid Mon Calamari handshake.
Yeah. We call it the Mondroido.
God. Hopefully, we won't have to fight any of those things in the factory.
I can already tell you, I've taken out the other encounter.
Hopefully, hopefully, whatever you have to find in the factory isn't as tough.
Right?
Hopefully, none of them have tentacles and fleshy insides.
All right. So
I gotta
for
say,
completing
first
that
combat,
fucking,
pretty good.
I have to for defeating that stupid ass encounter. You each gain 5 experience.
Nice.
That is good stuff right there.
Hell yeah.
Um,
I'll put it on there right now.
So
5.
shortly
Fucking
after
joke that.
reaching there, you or after killing it, you reach the entrance to the Sorosu facility.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I roll perception. So I can remember it. There it is.
God, it's fucking hilarious.
Oh, it didn't roll right again.
Are we rolling perception now?
I'm just gonna roll perception. Can I see anything?
There is a single panel that allows access to the door. It appears to be pretty simple, but you, alas, do not have a key to open it.
Wait, there's a
Okay.
locked door? Fuck, let me just...
ZZ, I think you can do this.
I can do it. I hacked the door.
Okay.
Do I roll computers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to.
Yeah, that's my actual roll. So, always doesn't want to roll a one
Okay.
dice.
As Driptide's like, oh fuck it, I can take it. Oh.
No, I'm just sitting there crossing my arms.
The droid just rolls up behind him as he's like, I think I got this.
Oh yeah, this is a Coruscanti Z75 locked. Oh shit.
The droid did
I don't
it.
even care. I don't even care.
The door slides open, revealing a kind of janitor's closet. There's like a little drain for like gross stuff to be, sent down to a deeper sewer filled with even more Dianogas.
Yeah.
A little tentacle can be seen poking out of the little grate. Like, hey.
I
put
shoot
one
it.
of the, let's put one of the detonators right there.
The Dianoga takes the thermal detonator and says, "Thank you."
Okay, you're welcome.
You stand around and shoot it for 10 minutes.
You don't actually give him a detonator.
Yeah, good. I didn't want to.
There is a single door that does not lead back to the sewers.
Oh, where's the lead?
Open it and find out.
Let us approach cautiously, friends.
I open the door with while abandoned.
The door opens with regular abandon because it's an automatic door and you can't control its speed.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So, when the door opens, you are faced with rows upon rows of boxes. The room is about 30 feet long, and it's just stacked to the brim with boxes.
Okay.
There is a single open box at the end by a lit door, as well as a sleeping Imperial Army recruit.
I am going to go ahead and roll stealth to try not to wake him as I am skulking around. Let's see. I get 2 green dice.
I'd also imagine he's rolling at a disadvantage if he's sleeping.
Oh, yeah. He is absolutely rolling at a disadvantage.
How heavy of a sleep? Like,
Well, he's like leaning back in a chair, just like snoring.
okay, he's snoring. That's pretty deep. Good enough. He might wake himself up on accident, snoring
And
too loud.
perception is cunning. So he is going to roll 2. But he has a setback dice of 1. Actually, no, he's going to roll 1. There we go. It's negated. He is
Dang.
not awakened.
Thanks. All right, so
If anyone rolls at least one success, they can out stealth him.
Let's see.
I suppose we're all skulking together.
Riptide, a thin mist
Oh, God damn
envelops you. Riptide, you can actually use that to help Gills be a little quieter. That triumph dice he rolled.
That's pretty good.
I was actually going to use it to shoot this guy in the head in case anyone woke him up.
No, don't do that.
Why
You're
not?
just a little recruit guy.
Well, can I shock him with my shock glove?
No, don't wake him up.
No, we can get it. We can get up behind him and then like wrap our hands around his throat and just say, "Don't scream."
All right, fine. How about this? I'll use my binders on him. Will that
Oh,
be
you have
acceptable?
binders?
Yeah. I'll just throw him in cuffs.
We gotta cover his mouth up so he doesn't yell for help.
I mean, I'll point a gun in his face. That usually works too.
Okay. So you guys gonna sneak up to him?
I'll do that, yeah.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
I'll follow near him.
Alright, as you reach where he's sleeping, there's also an open container next to him containing very large blaster cannons.
Oh. I grabbed one of those
Hmm.
puppies.
Just strap it on me.
Hold on, I all these boxes might be full of guns. I think I want to get a couple of these boxes out of here.
Ow.
That's a good
Yeah.
question.
That's a good question.
I just, you went through the sewers. How are you gonna carry a box out?
It doesn't mean we can't walk out the front door.
Anyways,
I mean, it's pretty weird, but okay.
so are you binding him?
Yeah, I'll bind him. I was gonna shoot him in the head, but apparently
Apparently,
That's how
Gills
we do
has
it.
morals. Jeez.
As you do, as the bindings click onto his wrist, he stirs a moment, and then his eyes focus, and he
I'll
sees
pull
all
my
of you.
yeah, blaster
Oh my
pistol
God.
in the face.
Blaster pistol. I'll also have my blaster pistol.
I
Double
also
intimidation.
I also pull up my
He's
blaster
like-
pistol.
No,
Okay, come join us.
don't shoot, please don't shoot.
This-
Please,
We're
don't,
practicing
don't
for our gangland shooting again.
I don't know what
Okay.
that means, but just please don't kill me. I
Where's the main assembly line?
just down the hallway, take a right. You're right there.
Okay,
Look,
you're coming
it-
with
it's
us.
No, look, please. I will give you my communicator. I'm just out of the academy. If you let me go, I will tell you where they have it's like this research place that has like some special stuff that the people like you would probably want.
Yeah, that's super cool. You can tell us about that as you follow us along.
I don't want to die.
Yeah, you won't. Just listen.
Do you have I thought you were the face guy. You could probably convince this guy a little bit, couldn't
Yeah.
you? Don't you have
Let's
negotiation?
let's roll for some of that.
Yeah,
Roll
do
some cunning. I don't
coercion
know.
or something.
Let's
Just
see.
diplomacy.
Yeah, I got some.
I'm telling you right now, this guy is terrified of you. So
Good.
You should be. We just walked up.
I'm a big old fish man.
We're rolling guns in his face.
Now Shemek is pointing a gun at his face. I'd be pretty scared too.
I should roll charm.
you'll have to roleplay that.
Hey man, just come along with us. Don't we look
I
like
thought
some
you were
nice
the bad
guys?
cop. So that dice I just rolled is what you have to roll against if you are coercing him.
All right. Negotiation would really be the best thing.
Yeah, it can work.
I'd say coercion too, if you have that.
Yeah, either one. Prefer probably whichever is higher, honestly.
No, let's go with negotiation.
All right. Oh, yeah, I guess your higher presence.
Okay, so bloop, bloop. And I'm just gonna be like, hey, alright, just follow us along. You won't get hurt. We'll make sure everything ends up alright. Boom.
He begins to calm down a little bit. He's still really freaked out.
I'd be.
Yeah, I understand, man. This is a sudden workplace incident, but
Just
I don't think you'll have to
If
file
I-
out of floor on
if
this one.
if I help you, even if I'm just following along out of fear, they'll kill me.
This is
Well,
Or ZZ.
There are-
hey, I nudge you. This is your chance to convince this guy.
yeah, this is a great opportunity
ZZ beeps.
to
Have you considered a life in the rebellion?
I see you guys are following the South Pathfinder motto. Hey, would you like to join the Champions of Dania? That's
I mean,
Jack. For context, we are part of a group called the Champions of Dania. We ask literally every person we meet, villains included.
maybe not literally, but it comes up more often than it doesn't. And this is a good opportunity. Maybe this guy could. This is his chance to turn his life around instead of being
That's Bates
dead.
Destiny.
he
All right.
could be the rebellion.
just
Well, convince him.
all right. Look, you don't have to follow everything that the Empire says. Why did you even join the Imperium?
Well, you see, every child has to join the Imperium, for we must destroy the heretic and the Xenos.
And serve the God Emperor of mankind.
Oh
No,
my
Why did you join the Empire?
Yeah, why did
The
you join the
Imperial Navy.
Empire?
His fervor for the God Emperor of mankind fades, and he comes back to his senses and says, "My father made me. He's been crazy about it ever since he found out that we can move up to the higher levels in Coruscant if I joined up.
Got a good relationship with your parents?
He made me join the Empire. No,
Hey,
they're
I got
scared.
an idea. Oh no,
Let's-
you were in
let's,
the base that exploded.
you know,
You're
you-
dead.
You can rebel against your
Fucking Cody
Father
hopped on
figure.
Bison's Tomb Raider.
Get him in here. He could be
No.
this Imperial recruit.
Oh my god.
we're gonna remove the cuffs and let him play.
No.
Dead people can't be in the Empire. So.
Exactly. We'll just lay the body down, fake it to the death.
Well, no.
No.
The point is, he's going to be in this building as it explodes, but he's not actually because he's going to be with us.
Yeah.
Is
okay.
he Army or Navy?
He's Army.
Okay. I'll just. All right. Look, buddy. We're gonna do some stuff here, and when we're done, you're not gonna have this job either way. So you can either come with us, or we can put you in a closet, and that won't get you very far in life.
Our ZZ beeps after that.
You can.
Well, he looks at you, ZZ. He's like, I don't know what you're saying.
He said kaboom.
Oh, well, look, I don't know about just joining, but I mean,
Oh, you don't have to join. You can just give us a little bit of information. We'll give you a little pat on the back and send you on your way.
I was gonna do that already. Okay. Well, I don't know. Maybe joining up would be good. I mean, I don't really like the Empire.
What did you learn in the academy?
I take
What?
my binders off of him because I want those back.
I learned how to shoot a gun.
You learned discipline, bravery. Stop
Okay.
blubbering
Well-
and help us do our job and actually do something against the monstrosity that you at least recognize for what it is.
I'm not a stormtrooper.
You have a
It's
gun
only-
and you have the will to use it. That's good enough.
All right, now let's go blow
Probably-
shit up.
Please.
Yes, ZZ.
Look.
There was a large base destroyed.
Yeah, the Death Star. I heard the higher ups talking about it, but they didn't want anybody to hear it. It's like, what is it? What's the Death Star?
Okay. Well, let's see. There was. Do you know the planet Alderaan?
kind of.
Okay.
Bayless visibly grimaces.
Yes, as the droid indicated, Alderaan is no longer on star maps. The Death Star, even though its name is Death Star, instead of destroying stars or something along those lines.
I got it.
Yeah.
And you know who destroyed the Death Star? We did. Deception.
Yeah, ourselves.
No, at this point, he's willing to believe anything.
Cool. That's good because that was a really weak roll.
His eyes wide, and he's like, "You guys must be really important. You must be here for the secret ion cannon plans."
Yes, we are. Not even gonna actually.
Well, yeah.
Slow down for a second.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we're here for.
God, I love when people lie in Star Wars because that just makes me think of Finn. He's my favorite. Good job, black guy. John, you're black now.
I knew it.
Yep, that's me. I am the resistance. I am a soldier. Resistance. Look, I'll guide you there, but can you just make it look like I'm like a prisoner for right now? I'm still pretty nervous.
Yes.
I go, sure, and I point my gun at his head again.
Well, my leadership roll didn't succeed then?
Oh, I didn't see it. Oh shit. Well,
Did you make one? I didn't see it.
Yes.
Oh, gee, that's crazy.
Yeah, I'm really good at leadership.
Holy shit, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
well,
He is a commander.
he doesn't really respond very well to the tough love, but you are very persuasive. And he immediately stands at attention and falls in line with his gun at the ready.
Okay, well, I put my gun down again. Good.
I put my gun back up.
Now fix your tunic.
I put
for a sec.
Wait, I thought you didn't like the Emperor.
That was a joke.
Oh.
You should totally just say the detonation name. Oh,
Well, you guys haven't activated the bombs yet. By the way, just saying, you might want to set up bombs in here.
yeah, we should probably do that. Oh, hold on.
I unscrew ZZ's heads and pull out our half of our charges.
Hold on. What was your name? We never actually got that.
Good thing I was making that while.
It's Luke Skywalker.
Because I wasn't expecting you guys to just
There's
Alright.
They random recruit.
He's our recruit. He's ours now.
I have three choices for you. He can be named Connell Simspec. Or Max Cliff Modelli.
Max Cliff sounds pretty good.
Or
Max Cliff. I vote Max Cliff.
I vote Max Cliff as well.
So his name is Max Cliff Modelli.
Okay, Max. I need to know something before we continue any further. Is there any large equipment that we can use to transport some of these boxes out?
I mean, there might be some anti-grav dollies in the main production facility.
Yeah, that doesn't sound like it'll work too well. It might work. Would they fit through the? Wait, do we climb up through the sewers, or do we walk through a door?
It was a lower level, so you walked into it.
Okay. So would one of those dollies fit through the door?
Probably.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna need some of those dollies.
Pay attention to your droid there, Jack.
It's all right. We're not going to steal the giant cannons. We're just going to steal a couple crates of machine guns.
No, the giant cannons are the machine guns.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's what these are. They're gigantic cannons.
Here, let me pull up a picture reference.
Oh, they're
ZZ picks one up.
It is an E-Web heavy repeating blaster.
Let's see.
There you go.
Oh, one of those things.
We can't slap that on a
Just-
dolly and
Just
You
slap
can
it on.
slap on a couple of them, but trying to put an entire crate, that's probably not.
Yeah.
nah, it's probably not worth it.
Let's move.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you set up the bombs.
Yes.
Yep.
Let us set us up the bombs.
But wait, suddenly
Thank
Jack
reference.
What I find?
finds something even cooler.
What?
Whatever the fuck that is.
Okay. I think we're gonna have to steal this.
I need this.
What the fuck is
Um,
that?
These are
Let
Let
fucking.
me see here. What is this thing?
Missile launcher.
Yeah.
Holy
Even if-
shit!
Even if this thing is like disassembled, it's gigantic.
Oh yeah, no, like it requires like a crew of at least 2 to make it okay to shoot. Good.
We're not gonna steal this. This is just
No.
gonna get blown up.
No, I'm sorry.
Yep.
It's gonna get blown up.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So those plans. Where do you find those plans?
They're in the research wing. They're just past where the production facility is.
I
Right.
just realized something.
Yeah.
Can the droid hack the doors?
Yes.
Like, do you have a thing to
Yeah.
hack, like, get
Yeah,
the doors?
I have a slicer gear.
Damn. Alright.
Why?
You wanted
He's stealing my fucking thunder.
to?
And I'm mad.
Do all right.
Okay,
So
I was just wondering if you had the gear.
Yeah. I made sure.
Are there any other guards other than you?
Down here, no. I mean, since the explosion earlier, it got really like quiet. So, I thought this is the best time to take a nap.
Did we
Oh,
get any
yeah.
plans of the facility?
No, I
Um,
think we can just get to the.
There's a map like down the hallway, but there's not like I don't the closest panel is at the front reception, and there's like a bunch of combat droids stationed there.
Oh.
No, you know your way around, right, brah?
Yeah, totally.
All right. Well, you got this. If
I-
not, we'll shoot you.
By the way, I'm not gonna shirt this guy. I'm not gonna kill him off. You guys have just like got like a follower.
Sweet. Let's go.
I'm still gonna say if not, we'll shoot you.
He shudders and then keeps on going.
This is. He shudders, so he's into this.
Oh my gosh.
Cut that out.
We've had ourselves a kinky boy.
Okay, so as he leads you down to the main production facility, he is just kind of like rambling about how much it sucks to work there.
Mm.
I turn off my input ear devices. I don't know.
Okay, your auditory
Yeah.
input. Anyways, as you walk further, his voice begins to get drowned out by the sounds of very heavy machinery. Slowly, the hallway widens until you are at the entryway of a large, very large room. Probably, it's the bulk of the facility, so it's at least 200-300 feet long. And as you walk through, you see workers, both droid and humanoid, maintaining various machines required to construct the blaster cannons. Do me a favor and make a perception check.
Okay.
All right.
Let me just. Oh, I don't know why it always doesn't want to roll the one dice for me.
All right. Well, pass. Well, obviously, anybody who makes a success pass. What?
I find that clicking, like, when you select it, it's got like the little like cursor for where you're typing. If you just click so that it doesn't show up anymore, it seems to roll all the dice just fine. Like,
Okay, yeah, that must be why.
Before I hit the button, I just like click below the button in the white space, and it seems to fix all my rolling
Okay, yeah.
issues.
Yeah, that must be why. I'll make sure to do that from now on.
Gil's perception. Zells.
Mhm.
Perception.
He's on it.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Oh, there we go.
All right. As you're walking through, several workers notice you and are speaking very quietly, but in obviously very worried tones. Several of them begin to make their way to the exit because they can clearly see you don't belong there.
I'm gonna go ahead and say. Say loudly. No worries, just doing some maintenance.
It's a drill.
They look very confused, but at the end of the hallway, my God, could it be?
Darth Vader.
No. 4 Imperial Army soldiers begin marching towards you, weapons drawn.
Stormtroopers?
No, not stormtroopers, just soldiers.
Okay.
We're not ready for
I just-
stormtroopers yet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be like, oh hey,
Drop your weapons.
weapons. What? Oh, you mean this thing? And then I'm gonna shoot him.
That's how
All
you
right.
fucking do a
I
surprise.
pull out my
round.
gun and shoot him.
All right, well, roll to hit. You are at a... What range are you? You are at medium range, so that is 2.
To what?
I roll 2 of those.
Oh, okay.
So, while you look really cool doing it, your shot goes wide and scores the side of one of the machines, but it does have the bonus of causing all of the workers who are not droids to freak the fuck out and start running, which kind of throws off their aim a smidge.
See, that's what happens when you fire from the hip. Everybody aim.
All right, and now you are going to roll
Okay.
for initiative. This is going to be cool because it is technically a surprised beginning of combat as opposed to a prepared. Vigilance
right?
is when you're like when you're expecting it.
Oh, so wait, what do we roll?
You're gonna roll cool.
Cool? Okay. I only have one of those.
Good thing mine are the same.
I got 2
Does
advantages.
rolling 4 advantages on initiative help at all?
Does it? Do I get an advantage?
You can
Crazy
get
amount of advantage.
you can give 1 advantage dice to each of the party.
Okay.
All right, I do that.
What about me?
So each roll a d6. Riptide, that's the 2 success, 1 advantage.
Yep.
Okay. So
Gas me.
ZZ and Golomi roll 1 blue dice.
Okay.
If you succeed on this, you go before them. Oh, ZZ goes. Golomi does not. Golomi goes after them.
That's fair.
So-
Already shot.
Starting with Riptide.
Yeah.
You're currently at medium range, so all difficulty
That's-
dice are up to 2.
All difficulty dice?
Well, whenever you shoot them, instead of me rolling 1 of the difficulty dice, I'm rolling 2.
Okay.
So it's a little bit harder for them to hit you, and it's a little bit harder for you to hit them.
Okay. How does weapon range factor into that?
There is a certain amount of range before weapons just stop being effective.
Like when they start just missing more often than not?
Yes.
Alright.
Like,
Okay, well, I'll roll to shoot. Bang.
Considering they literally can't roll that many failures, we'll just see how many setbacks they have. Blaster pistols have a medium range, so that's their maximum effective before you start losing the ability to hit as well. Alright. So, you hit 1, however, you have no advantages. And
That's fine.
in fact, they what would be a good disadvantage for you to be affected by?
Does he accidentally shoot himself in the foot?
I mean,
You
I hope
forgot-
not, 'cause I fucking hit them.
You fire a quick spray of bolts at one of the guards, and you hit him, dealing a goodly amount of damage. He looks pretty hurt, but your gun has overheated.
Uh-oh.
So, you must wait a turn before you may attack again.
I hack it.
I hack it because I'm better at hacking.
You're not better at hacking.
All right.
I have more dice to do.
So, there is one guard that has been hurt. The others are still okay. And now... Also, do not neglect to say, hey, I'm going to take cover in behind such
Yeah,
things.
that's what I was doing.
You know what I'm gonna do now.
Yeah, like, and John, if you want to, like, just say, hey, I'm going to, like, duck behind, like, a table, like a...
Do we have cover? I was under the
Yeah,
impression we didn't have much.
No,
I flip the
On a
table
factory
over.
floor.
the layout of the room is basically like there's several large machines at various spots, several easily within distance of you.
Yeah, I'll definitely duck behind one then.
Okay, so it is now more difficult for them to hit you. And now Gills, is your turn.
All right. I'm first going to try and duck into cover. I'm going to try and grab Maxwell and try and drag him with me. And then see if I can't shoot one of these guys.
Well, considering I hadn't accounted for Maxwell being in combat, sure, you drag him with you.
All right. I throw him behind cover as well, and I shoot at the guy.
Okay. Cool. You succeed. However, you gain no advantage. Which one are you shooting? The same one that was hit before?
Sure.
Okay. He is
Is he dead?
roll critical damage.
Oh.
Hmm?
Roll critical damage.
That's a
1d100.
percentile?
Yeah, 1d100. As you can see, these guys are certainly not as hardy health-wise as Pet and Dianoga. All right, a 82. He is winded. He cannot voluntarily suffer strain to activate any abilities or gain additional maneuvers. Cool. All right, ZZ, your turn.
Okay, I am going to get in the cover and then shoot the hurt one as well.
The hurted one.
The hurted one, yes. Okay, let's see here.
Uh-oh. You gotta fail your die. Oh, shit. All right, you hit him.
Nice.
1d100 plus 10.
Okay. 1d100 plus 10?
Yep.
Okay, wow. 25.
Okay. He gets a negative dice on the next skill check. There go. They immediately fan out and take cover as well. Now, one is going to fire at Gills. So let's see. We're gonna go ahead and say that's the guy who had a setback. I'm gonna start doing this properly. He needs to roll these, and he has one setback. Okay. So he does not have an advantage. And then, all right, he does hit. He hits you with a blaster pistol. What is your soak? Your soak is 3, so you take 3 wounds. Next one is going to fire at ZZ. Yeah, you know that dumbass motherfucker.
God, I hope in another session Maxwell comes into contact with a stormtrooper, and the stormtrooper just yells "traitor."
And has a sick fight with him?
Ooh, ZZ, you take 5.
We're gonna have to
I'm gonna need
Do
some
some extra.
repairs.
get some extra polishing done on this.
I start
Well,
smoking a little bit.
It's all right. We'll just slap a patch on you. You'll be good. I got some duct tape at home.
I presume I didn't recover from that previous damage from the
I'm actually not sure how that works right now. So let's go ahead and say you guys did recover from your wounds.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Until I figure that out.
Only 5
Excellent.
damage then.
Great.
I will figure that out though
Okay.
later on. And now, John, you're being attacked. He fails.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Galomi, he definitely hits. And
no.
so your soak is 2, so you're taking 4.
Ow.
Well, was that 5 accounting for my soak, by the way?
Yes.
Okay.
Their damage is 6.
Okay.
They're also using blaster pistols.
That's what I get for not being able to dive into cover.
Galomi, it's your turn.
Okay, I'm going to, get into cover because that hurt. And then I'm just going to take my time. I'm going to aim my gun. And that'll be it. I'm just going to aim.
You're using things.
Using some tactics. Essentially, it'll just add up blue dice on my turn whenever I do fire.
Okay. And then first off was Riptide.
All right. So which ones have been shot so far?
There's only one suffering critical damage already.
I'm gonna focus fire that guy. Do I have any? I don't have any blue dice now.
No.
So bang bang.
Nothing happens.
We look really cool.
Gills, it's your go.
Oh wait, I needed to reload anyway. Never mind.
Okay.
Can I get in because I'm not trying to shoot? Could I?
Conceal
I'm trying
yourself.
To think, yeah, conceal myself a little better.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah. You can lay down and reload and cool off your gun.
Just start blowing on it. Go.
Shit. Gills, is your
Can
go.
I? What does aiming do exactly?
Basically, you can spend a maneuver to add a blue dice on your shot. So
Or you
since
can, you can target a specific item carried by somebody, and I think if you hit them, they suffer some penalties.
All right. Well,
consider
I'll
Jack
just,
used a maneuver. That's why he couldn't shoot on the same round that he aimed.
all right. I'll just use the add the blue dice.
Okay, and you're gonna fire.
Mhm.
Okay. The shots go wild.
Darn.
However, you can give somebody a blue dice.
Hooray! I will give whoever next a blue die.
That's easy.
Nice.
Easy.
Easy, you get a
Attack.
blue die.
Hell yeah. I shoot at. It's the damage. It's the one who's hurt still alive?
Yeah.
Okay, I shoot at him.
You hit. No advantage, but you hit.
Nice.
All right, 1d100 plus 20.
Okay.
All right. 86. Difficulty of all checks by 1 increased until next counter. All right, cool. And now is his go. So he is going to try to hit. He fails. Next guys are gonna try to hit kills. He hits. So apply your soak. Their guy is going to hit. These are blaster pistols, so it's 6 damage. Just apply your soak. That's for Riptide. And then miss.
Miss.
Yay.
Good.
Miss.
Better.
All right. It is now Golomi's turn.
This is
Yep.
wounds, correct?
Yes.
Alright, so,
Your wounds from
Yeah.
the previous fight did heal, by the way.
All right. I didn't
now
have
that
any.
I think I was the only one who got hurt last fight.
I aimed. I'm
Yep.
gonna take one last. I'm gonna use my last maneuver, or my maneuver to aim. So I'll have 2 blue dice,
Nice.
and then I will fire at the closest jerk.
Okay.
Oh,
Well done.
You miss.
yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay. It happens.
All right, back at the top. We are at Gills or Riptide rather.
Yeah.
Can shoot again.
I assume wounded guy again.
Yeah, fuck him.
Yeah. Deal with the weakest first.
Ah,
What? Fucker. No luck.
fucking kidding.
Alright.
South.
All right, I'm going to do the same thing as last time.
Holy shit! God.
Hey, these
Easy.
guys don't
This
seem to
wounded
wanna get
guy
hit.
is pretty fly.
It's just like doing flips, jumping off the walls.
And blood's just shooting everywhere as he does it.
All right, it's easy. Go.
Okay. I try to shoot
This
the
is
wounded
what
guy.
happens when
you
the
go.
non-combat characters are all in combat.
Okay,
You do,
let's
Cody.
try to shoot the wounded guy again.
All right, plus 30.
Okay.
97. He. One of the target's limbs is crippled until healed or replaced.
Can you just like surrender now?
Yeah,
Just yell that.
You blow off his hand that was holding the blaster, and he kneels down in pain. And tries to hide as best he can.
Okay.
A little bit of blood falls on ZZ's like face plate thing, and it just like covers his like little eye thing, so it looks red. He wants blood.
I'm just gonna smear it so he's a handprint.
Blood vision activated.
Kill mode. Engage.
He's berserking. All right, so one guy's down. The other three are going to try to attack. Okay, they're ZZ. Okay. This guy also is like fuck ZZ. Okay. So you take 5.
I take
This
5.
last guy's like fuck Riptide. Damn. You got hit. Apply your soak.
Why did Riptide get hit?
Cause. Oh wait, you're fucking right. Holy shit.
Did I take 5 damage?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Riptide, it like he's like, I'm gonna get that motherfucker, and then he like shoots straight up.
I was like, wait a minute.
He fires
Like,
his gun in the
you're
air
right,
in
you're right,
celebration.
All four things that came up.
Also, the second guy that actually hit ZZ took 2 disadvantages. Does that actually do anything, or?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah, if you're rolling all the dice together, it actually just like eliminates.
Yeah,
the feats
as
that cancel out.
proper. Yeah,
Instead of having you roll the disadvantage, we could just do it as well.
yeah. Okay. An opponent may immediately perform one free maneuver in response to the active character's attack. So, Tombstone, you could just like fall over right now and go prone.
I fall over and go prone.
All right. So.
You just need to ask.
Clonk.
Too bad he still hits you.
Ow.
All right, so I'll start letting you guys roll. It is 3 difficulty dice for them because you are cover and it's medium range.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
now it is what?
It should just help speed up the game.
Yep, Golomi go.
Okay, can I use my maneuver to yell at them?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Alright, I'm gonna make a negotiation roll then. We have one of you hostage, another one's critically injured. If you leave now and drop your weapons, you can leave with your lives.
Okay.
Let's see. That is...
ZZ beeps and boops and says,
Do I get any bonuses?
No, but you could roll your the negotiation.
Okay.
Okay. Only one of them puts their gun down.
Alright, I'm gonna shoot one that didn't.
Typical army.
So, same roll.
Yep. Here is your setbacks. Or your negative dice.
Hmm. So I don't, do I?
Oh. Oh, okay. Alright, yeah, no, you don't.
Okay.
Riptide.
Pew 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 pew. I suppose I should have added the dice. I just hit it again.
Which dice?
Well, the disadvantage dice. But I just rolled trash anyways.
Which dice are the disadvantage dice? Are the
On the other side, see how there's like the other dice?
the black, purple, and red? Which one?
Yeah, those are the bad dice. So
Which-
the-
Alright, Gills.
Which one's
Go.
disadvantage?
Disadvantage is black dice. Advantage is blue dice.
Okay.
Purple
many-
is.
How many black ones do I add to my roll?
3.
Oh, see, now you're doing the same thing I was doing.
Yep.
All right,
I
what
know.
do you miss?
I failed, but I can hand out blue dice like candy now.
Yes.
Actually, I can hand out 1 blue die because I wasn't supposed to roll a blue die on my roll. So I will give whoever's next a blue die.
That's
It's
me.
easy.
Okay, so I'm rolling 1 blue die, 2 green die, 1 yellow die, and 3 black die?
Yes.
Okay.
You hit. You also have 2 advantage dice, so you could either give him a setback or give people blue dice.
I give the two die whoever's next.
Okay. You give it to them.
No!
you give it to them.
No, I'll get it.
Yeah, go on.
All right. So he's like, "Ow, dick," and now it is their turn. One is going to fire at ZZ. The other is going to fire at Gills. They both fail.
Did the one I yell at just kind of leave?
He put his gun down and put his hand behind his head. And now it is Gloomies go.
Alright, so I get a bonus blue.
Yes. 2 actually.
2. Nice. And I roll 3 purple with it.
Yeah, you roll your regular attack plus the 2 blue and plus 3 purple.
Okay. Wait, I got a black one?
No.
Okay. So I'm just gonna shoot one of the other 2 that haven't surrendered.
Okay, I'm gonna assume it's the one that.
Oh, absolutely nothing.
Nah, did literally nothing. That sucks. All right, Gills or wait, no, Riptide. Yeah, Riptide.
Me again?
Yeah.
So it's 2 purple dice, right?
3 because they're in cover.
Was I supposed to add purple die to my roll, not black?
Bang.
Oh shit! Yeah, you were supposed to add purple die.
Yeah,
Well,
you told me
oops.
black.
I finally fucking hit.
You hit. I'm assuming you hit the one that the ZZ hit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is now down to 0 wounds. So now he's
max
gonna be
wounds.
taking critical damage. There's a big
Alright.
gaping hole in his armor.
Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, hey, I'm back. Okay.
You were gone.
Yeah, I just like lost internet there for like a second, I think.
94.
I don't think I missed anything, so
You didn't.
okay.
94. Where is that chart? I lost the page. Okay. 94. At the brink, he suffers one strain each time he performs an action. Alright, ZZ, it is your turn.
My turn? Okay, I'm gonna shoot the guy who's been shot again.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Okay, 1d100 plus 10.
Okay.
Okay, increase the difficulty of all presence and willpower checks by the 1 until the end of the encounter. Alright, now it is, there go. Fire at Gills. Fire at Golomi. Both miss. And now Golomi go.
Okay. Use my maneuver again to just say last chance, surrender or die. So, boop. Oh, was I supposed to roll those yet? No.
No.
Try that again. Boop.
Okay. I'm gonna roll 2 separate because for one, it is now average because he's wounded. Alright, so he surrenders and the other does not. And he also surrenders.
Good.
But they both run. Like they both just take off.
We should complete what we came here to do very quickly.
Yep.
Sounds good to me. Let's move.
Yeah.
What's his name? Max Cliff pipes up. Hurry up! Set up those bombs. So I'll take you to research and we can get out of here.
Okay,
We
let's
set
do
those
that
bombs.
then. Yeah, he fucking joined. He fucking joined up real fast. Yeah, hurry up and set up those bombs, man.
Fuck yeah, rebellion!
You was just waiting for this day.
I feel like I have such a big dick right now.
All right, so let us set us up the bomb.
I set us up the bomb.
Alright, the bombs have been set up. Now you can either leave or you can go to R&D.
Let's go to R&D.
Yep.
Okay.
Do I get my damage back to? Do I recover?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I perform self repairs as we go.
Is that everybody or?
No, you take damage, you keep damage.
Okay.
No, you fucking...
Just making sure.
I put a band-aid on you.
Alright,
All right.
as
Come on, Boo-Boo.
Max Cliff leads you to our research and development, he talks some more about the weird old dude who has like this big stormtrooper bodyguard, who like he's like the chief researcher here at the facility.
Mm-hmm.
The Emperor.
It's not like it's not like really a research like factory based thing, but he has his own little research wing. I don't know.
So like he has like one stormtrooper.
Basically, yeah, but he's like a really big one.
Okay, well,
Is he buff?
just shoot him.
He's really buff.
Is he actually a Wookiee in a stormtrooper outfit?
He is not a Wookiee in a stormtrooper outfit.
The Empire doesn't like different kinds of species.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
Maybe he's the exception.
As you enter the research room, there are various tables with all manner of instruments strewn about. Each table has a different hologram projector signifying what schematics are being held there. Please make a perception check.
Oh, okay. I'll just forget what I need to roll for perception. Okay. And okay, that should be good. Perception. Oh, I accidentally kept the disadvantage die on there. Here, let me re-roll that because I think. Okay, there we go.
Rolled the same thing anyway.
Okay, good.
All right. ZZ, you spot it. There is what clearly looks like a large cannon attached to a dome on one of the schematics.
Yo, guys. I beep.
Yo, guys. What dome cannon? Oh, that. Okay, yes. This is the thing, right?
Yeah, that's the thing. That's
Okay.
like the big defensive cannon thing.
Okay, we need this. I'm gonna go ahead and
Any access ports around here?
ZZ. You
No.
you you plug yourself in.
Oh
or
yeah, there
whatever.
is one on the table. I thought you meant like a doorway. I got
No,
you. Yeah,
yeah.
there's one access port on the side of the table.
Yeah, ZZ plugs in.
As ZZ moves up to the table, an old man in a unkempt Imperial uniform perks up and yells, "Who the hell are you? Get out of here! You're interrupting my work."
Oh, we'll be on in a second. Sorry.
I beep and
What's
say,
his
Realize,
Don't worry, I'm gonna...
he realizes. Oh, and also there is a very large stormtrooper sitting next to him, but it is the stormtrooper is not moving, like at all.
Oh.
As he sees what you're doing, he's like, "Ah, thieves, huh?
Yes.
Well, I know just how to deal with people like you." Now he hits a button in his pocket.
Oh.
You can assume it's a button,
Okay.
and
He jacks off real quick.
It's actually a lever.
the stormtrooper jerks to life with glowing red eyes appearing behind its helmet.
Shit.
Okay. ZZ, how long you got?
Huh?
It doesn't
long
take
you-
that long.
Okay, we should leave.
Let's go.
1 second. Maxfield. What is this man's name?
I don't know.
Also, my name is
Hans.
Max Wolf.
Dr. Hans.
Yeah.
You should be ashamed of yourself. Look at the state of this office.
Alderaan got destroyed. Oh, the place. Yeah, I don't care.
And the state of your uniform. You are an affront to the Imperial Navy, and you can consider that this will be reported. We are not thieves, you moron. We're here testing the security apparatus of this facility. Clearly, you have fallen for our clever disguises.
Roll a deception check.
Yes, I think I shall. Oh boy.
While this is going on, can I make a stealth roll?
Question:
You
should
sure can.
should
I get-
ZZ?
Did I get the
Holy
data?
shit! You convinced him.
Oh, whoops! I rolled 3 dice.
Did I get the data, by the way?
You already got the data.
Okay, good.
He's like, oh, well. Hey, I don't care about the uniform. But I was really hoping I'd get to use my toy. He motions at the stormtrooper.
That will clearly not be necessary. However, your willingness to use your toy, an Imperial officer, is noted.
Okay.
This is not the last time you've heard of this. Gentlemen, we're done.
I give him
Yes, sir.
a.
I'm gonna go ahead and salute
I reach
him.
out an extendo
All
arm and
right.
salute.
Y'all get 5 extra experience for that shit. You were
I turn
gonna
on my heel and stride out of the room.
you were going to have to fight a dark trooper.
Yeah.
If you recall, well, I don't, if anybody had ever played the old Dark Forces games,
I know what a Dark Trooper is.
Yeah.
Dark Troopers are literally cyborgs inside Stormtrooper armor that have like plasma casters.
So yeah,
Yeah.
good work,
I have
everybody.
this whole fight planned out. What?
Oh,
You can
no.
thank me for saving your lives later.
I had this whole fight planned out where, like, your weapons would not damage it in the slightest, but it had like fuel cells on its jetpack exposed, so you'd have to shoot the fuel cells and like expose its inner workings, and it would lose its soak value, and you could start damaging it.
But hey,
Or we could just talk to the doctor and be like, "Hey, man,
Jills, you've done this before, haven't you?
I have some experience with dealing with Imperial monkeys, yes.
All right, works for me. Let's get out of here.
Max Cliff looks incredulously at you all, and just
You too,
guides
Maxfield.
out. Max Cliff, pardon me.
Max Cliff.
I look daggers at our little robot friend ZZ.
all right, we're just
All right.
gonna stroll out, I guess,
Yeah.
I roll out.
through the sewers."
Rebels,
right.
let's roll out.
So, the exit is pretty uneventful, although you do hear, as you're reaching the janitor's closet, an alarm starts to blare.
Oh, at this point, I'm gonna be like, oh, hold on, Max Cliff, you still have your communicator on you?
Yeah.
Can I borrow it for a second?
They went out that way. That isn't the way we're
Probably
going.
clear the area a bit more.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go ahead and take it and just say, so I'm just gonna go ahead and activate it and be like, so there's a lot of bombs in that building, so you should probably all leave. It's gonna be like, 5, 4, 3. And
You
just,
get
I'm
the
just gonna-
idea.
yeah.
All right.
The facility has been compromised. Evacuate immediately.
Yes, that one.
Authorization code. I give something.
Authorization code 51162.
They are
420B
Yeah, I feel like I started talking and then he just grabbed it from me.
they were already panicked enough as it was, so they just kind of like were already sprinting out. But that helps.
Yeah, good. Encourage the last guy who was sitting there working, just like, oh, fucking whatever.
So, do me a favor and give me a knowledge warfare check, please.
Okay.
Anybody.
Let me
Alright.
look here. My knowledge of warfare is. It is. Oh, okay.
I'm pretty good at that, so.
Here's my knowledge warfare. Oh, but
I
then-
got a lot of advantage on this, but
Oh, there
nothing
you
to do with it.
Okay. So anybody who defeats that check notes that due to the number of blaster packs in there, as well as the thermal detonators, when this place lights up, it's going to light the fuck up. So you want to be clear before you
Well,
detonate.
That was the plan, wasn't it? So we're moseying.
Okay.
Yep.
So you're
Walking.
running back out through the sewers?
Yep.
Yes.
Do we want sewers or do we just want to like fucking front door?
We already killed one,
Let's go for the sewers.
yeah,
The
we
alarm's
killed
already
one
going.
of
Go
those
through the
things.
sewers.
All right. Let's hop in the sewers.
Running time.
Sewer monster! Bang, bang, bang.
Another 40
we
minutes.
got
of-
another friend to help us.
Yes, it'll go 25% as fast.
Okay.
Or 25% faster, rather.
All right. So you guys get out.
More fast.
As you leave, you call down the shuttle. I forgot to account for how you kill on the shuttle, so I just say you do.
We got a.
And
I have a long range comm link, so.
Sure.
Yeah.
You have a long range one? Jesus.
Yeah.
How the
He
hell do you fit
lands.
that on? It's like a backpack.
It's all inside me. I'm a little droid.
It's all inside you. Does not make sense.
Hey, it says the
Can't
guy
say
who wants
that
to
about
put
everything.
bombs inside him.
I have a data pad, so can I just make a post on, like, Twitter or something?
Hey,
Hashtag need pickup.
All right, so
Star Twitter.
either way, pickup comes and you get on the ship.
And at this point, I'm just like, hey, everybody, you want to say it together?
Please be my guest.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and hold down
Just
the
like
button and say,
I beep and boop it.
on 3. 1, 2, 3. Emperor Palpatine did nothing wrong.
Emperor Palpatine did nothing wrong.
And with that, a extremely loud explosion occurs, and pretty much that entire sector is lit up.
Nice.
It's like daytime in there momentarily.
I watch.
You're blinded.
Your eyes are temporarily hurt.
I watch.
High fives all
Got on my
around.
scanner goggles. They might help diffuse a little bit of it.
Are they night vision?
I don't watch because I know how explosions work.
Your eyes melt.
I watch because I'm a robot.
They do have night vision, but they adjust.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, either way, the place explodes. Your ship rocks violently for a few moments, and you escape.
Nice.
Whoosh.
All right. Now the party is taken back to the place. Gonna
We're
go back
back.
and hang out. And originally, you guys were supposed to be able to only get 15 possible experience, but because you like talked your way out of that bullshit, you have 20 total experience from this session.
Cool.
Nice.
So how does
Our-
spending
So we
experience work?
earn 20
You can
experience.
spend it on everything except ability points now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, we're not done yet though.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you're flying away, you would note several smaller explosions because the battery packs for the blasters have begun to light. You get back to the base. Tusserk and the rest of the people there meet you with a thunderous applause. He shakes all your hands and pats ZZ on the head. What has ZZ said? Thank you. Okay, stop.
All for you, ZZ.
It might
You
seem
did
like a
this.
minor blow to the Empire, but now we know where your loyalties lie. Welcome.
Also,
by the
we
way,
found
we-
this new guy.
Yeah, we found this is Max Cliff. He's
wearing
our friend now.
Imperial Army uniforms.
That's because we found him in the Imperial base.
What?
We convinced him to join us.
We held a gun to
What?
his head and say, "Hey, you should be a rebel," and he was like, "Okay."
Max
That-
Cliff was an unwilling recruiter. He was
That-
forced into the position by his family.
He can talk for himself.
I
Go on,
mean,
Maxwell.
He can, but
Max Cliff.
he's not very good at it.
I don't want to fight. Tusser is just like taken aback. Like, did you guys like check him for like any sort of tracking devices?
I look at him. I look at Max Cliff.
And suddenly a dark trooper busts in through the front door.
Max
No,
Cliff
No,
shrugs.
his skin just like shudders and a dark pops out.
Max Cliff just kind of like shrugs. I don't think I had one. Tusser
So we took his
sighs.
communicator away from him. Did we keep it? Because we probably should have thrown that away after making the announcement.
I probably would have dropped it in the sewers.
right on top of the
It's
dead.
right there.
The Darth Vader is at the front door.
Hey guys, are you guys having
Hello.
a party?
So,
I am
do you have
looking for
anything else that
communicate.
you
Do you have it?
do you have anything else that you want to give to our dear friend?
Oh, ZZ. I think ZZ
Oh yeah,
has something.
I turn on my hollow like projector and display the cool weapon thing.
All I can think about is how much better I am at hacking computers than this stupid fucking robot.
Okay.
The lack of finesse in him is staggering.
He Tusser looks at the plans and his eyes widen. This absolutely was not in the original mission plan, but excellent work. We can make great use of this.
And
Was it just unencrypted? Or did he break it?
It was unencrypted. That dude was not very smart.
All right, cool.
Apparently,
At
he's
this
good
point-
at designing
at this-
ion cannons, but
At
No,
this
like,
point,
He's
now
way
that,
too overconfident.
Now that Tesser
confidence.
said this is not in the original mission plans, I'm just gonna look at Max Cliff and say, "I'm sorry, Max Cliff, but we may have lied to you."
His
Max
heart
was
is broken.
He's like, what?
Lie to me? Why would
Papa.
you? Why would you do that?
The mission was important either
He
way.
looks at Gills pleadingly. Say it isn't so.
it
Oh.
is so.
Max Cliff cries.
Oh,
I smack him.
Max Cliff cries more. Don't play me on this, Sal's. I will cry a lot. Anyways,
I will attempt to use leadership to get him to buck up and realize that even though he was misled, he was still an important part of.
And then you slap him once more.
he calms and then he cries. He bucks up though, and
How much does he buck up? I rolled.
He's at maximum buck.
Nice.
Good.
Roll for buck.
He is now literally a
Wait.
buck.
Quite.
Oh my god!
There's a-
Look at all these buck die he's got.
That is some MLG buck die.
All right, so look, we need to get these plans to the higher ups. We can't keep them here. We can't facilitate something like this. It's too important. Now, originally we were going to send you off on, a little itty bitty freighter that could sneak past lines, but now that you have something pretty important to take with you, you're going to need something a little more sturdy. So I'm going to give you my personal ship. It'll serve you well, and if things happen,
I'll fly it.
Are you a pilot?
No.
Hmm.
ZZ
So-
beeps in the affirmative.
No, but I bet I could fly it real well.
What
Yeah?
is ZZ's like class?
He's a
he is an
mechanic.
agromech droid.
He is a mechanic.
Yeah, engineer mechanic.
Maxfield, what are you?
Like a thing.
I do
good.
have piloting space, though.
All right, that's good enough.
All
We'll have a droid pilot. This can only end
right,
well.
Cells. You are going to design Max Cliff. He is
He's now your follower.
Yeah. He is a soldier. He can either be a commando or a medic, your choice.
Level
Or
1
cheap.
cannon fodder.
Actually, or you
Commando.
could just make him a recruit.
That would make more sense, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, since he's a recruit.
That's literally what he is.
Now, while I'd love to let you guys, relax, we should probably get you going if we're gonna make use of this distraction.
Oh no, it's fine. We just went through a sewer. I got slapped by some tentacles. We got this.
We could use a shower, but we
I
can
got
do that on
shot.
the ship.
All right. Tusser guides you down through another set of hallways. He said, "What about my new max job?" Later.
Okay, I'm just I'll stop and be like, oh, hold on. Can you see to the droid? He's a little dirty as well.
Well, I mean, we can do that on the ship.
Okay.
He takes you down another set of corridors to where the hangar is, where there are 3 ships. One is a small freighter, which is, you can assume would be the one he was originally going to give you. The second is a medium-sized frigate. This guy right here, actually. Is a Simiar light frigate.
Cool.
It has 1 ion cannon on the bottom and dual-mounted blaster cannons on the top. Both turrets. It's a Mon Calamari.
Ooh,
Ooh.
I'm gonna go rub up against it. I haven't seen a
Always
ship.
wanted to fly on one of these.
Haven't seen a ship from home in a while.
Go ahead and get yourself situated on the ship.
I
Launches
situate
in 3
myself.
hours. With that, he leaves you guys for a little bit.
Can I run back to my Coruscant apartment to get my things and move them aboard the ship?
Yeah, sure. You get 3 hours.
Well, then I do that.
All right. What do you guys do in this 3 hours time that would lead you back to the ship at the end of the time?
I'm going to snap at people and make sure that I get someone to polish my droid.
Yeah, I follow and make sure as well.
Someone begrudgingly polishes easy.
Yeah.
They don't like you.
And stop
Good.
scuffing up the cruiser. It's so beautiful. Don't you know this is a work of art?
Oh God, cells. All right, so that's what you two are doing. John, what are you doing?
Gonna ask if I could have a copy of that intel he found so I can flip through it. Or the schematics.
Sure, you can look through it. I probably should link that picture of what it looks like.
Let's see.
Okay, in players' journals, all players.
Oh, let's see. Oh, interesting.
That looks familiar.
It's a big old boob cannon.
Right? Yeah.
Can I roll a related knowledge check to see if I can get something out of a little more out of this?
That would be a knowledge. That would be a mechanics check or a warfare check, whichever's
Yeah.
higher.
They're both
Uh,
the same for me.
And it's going to be a hard check because this is a pretty advanced piece of hardware.
I could try rolling warfare on it.
Oh, gotta beat 3.
Ah, God damn it! I closed my dice.
you
Yeah.
Although I'm not actually there, so never mind.
Ah.
could roll later.
I'll just. Nope, nope.
Well, I'm just taking this time to go through it. So yeah.
From what you can tell, I mean, you can tell a little bit about it. It is a cannon, and very clearly it has ions, charging cells. But as far as like how they would power something that big,
Like
You
it doesn't make sense that they
Yeah.
can power something this big.
yes, you just don't get it.
Okay.
But regardless, it appears to be like they have taken things into account. So who knows? Maybe it works. And Sal's, you are right. You know exactly what it is. Not in character. So I had to. It's the fucking ion cannon from episode 5.
Oh no, he gave it away.
It's not a big deal. You guys aren't. It's not like you're keeping a hold of it.
Yeah,
Right.
we're gonna operate it now.
No, guys,
So-
we're the reason they have the boob cannon.
Yeah.
On Hoth, we're great.
It's us.
We
You're
saved
welcome.
all.
That's
we
why-
saved all those ships.
That's why you guys got the big ship instead of the rinky-dink ship.
Heck yeah.
You're welcome.
Are we gonna
America.
go meet Princess Leia?
No,
Are we going to be on Hoth?
We're higher up than that.
not yet.
Are we gonna go meet the big Luke Skywalker man?
Hey
No.
guys, let's go to Alderaan.
Oh.
Gilles Bellis frowns mightily.
Hey guys, I know a perfect spot to vacation at.
Is it on calamari?
That's the joke.
Tusserk's scaly face with a gigantic grin slowly rises up.
Just from out of nowhere.
All right, so as you guys are getting back to the ship with your final preparations and loading your stuff up, you alarms begin to blare in the facility.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Let's get the heck out of here.
You know, that is an alarm sound. You can play it in Roll20.
I know, but I just
Why would you do that?
Because
I
it's
just
the
like
best
to
alarm
say
ever.
it was my
Immersion.
idea to shoot this guy.
Max Cliff looks as terrified as you are.
I'm just saying.
Max Cliff has nothing to do with this.
Max
I
Cliff
possibly-
doesn't do anything.
Tusser
I'm just
comes on
saying.
the intercom and begins saying, Imperials have breached the entrance. I repeat, Imperials have breached the entrance. All personnel make their way to transports, except much more worried.
Imperial troops
So-
have entered base. Imperial troops have entered the. Shh.
Dozens of rebels are running towards the largest transport. And as you guys are still trying to get your remaining stuff on board, a passing pilot runs by and demands that you launch now so you can clear the way for the main transport.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
So,
I get my suitcases into my room.
in order to facilitate this initial piloting, since this is kind of like a story moment,
yeah.
there is a rebel pilot on the ship already.
Okay. I co-pilot.
Cool. You co-pilot.
Yeah.
I'm helping, I swear.
You all
Like, let
go
me
to,
do something.
you can either be at the bridge or at the loading ramp. So as these are as you guys are prepping the ship for liftoff, you can see and hear blaster bolts coming from the hallway that you came in from, as well as a pale and dim red light growing ever more bright, like a consistent red light.
I'm gonna be like, hold on one second, and I'm
Uh-oh.
gonna be like, Maxwell, could you like check your pockets and stuff real fast?
He checks his pockets, and There was the communicator that you guys didn't throw away.
Shit.
I'm literally just gonna look at. I'm literally just going to be like, give me that real fast. You know, I'm just gonna like. I'm just gonna find somewhere to like
Crush it.
I
a garbage
take it
chute
in,
or something.
I take it in my shock glove.
Preferably something that leads to space or outside.
You can just crush it too, you know.
Just throw it out the door real fast.
Just throw it so that it's still transmitting. Just know where we are.
Just
Okay.
Also,
throw the
once
door,
more-
throw out the door.
I'm just saying.
If
Um,
I'm literally just going to look at Maxwell and be like, okay, don't tell anybody.
So,
You
as
didn't give it back to Maxfield though.
as this is happening, a rebel soldier runs with his hands just waving wildly
Yeah.
towards your ship, and a red blade sinks
Oh.
into his chest and is immediately pulled back to a hooded figure.
Darth Vader.
It is not Darth Vader.
It's Darth
It is
Vader's cousin.
It's
Darth
clearly
Vader.
Darth Sidious himself.
Mark Gator. Make a perception check, please.
Okay, let's do this.
Palpatine.
Man, I should probably put a point in perception.
Where's my perception again? Oh, sure. I have 1 point of perception. Let's
I see it.
You do.
Oh,
ZZ does not see it.
I screwed up my roll. There we go.
Ooh. Okay. So the only person that actually sees it is Sal's. I will take into account the triumph roll and the other stuff as well. Beneath the hood, you can see 2 blue head tails.
Just like Darth Vader.
Yeah.
A Twi'lek.
Twi'lek.
Upon muttering this, ZZ does mention that he, in those data banks that he pulled the schematic from, he did note that there was mentions of a Twi'lek overseer that answered to the Emperor in that particular sector.
And she's wielding a lightsaber?
Yes.
I shout at the rebel pilots to take off like now.
I whistle.
The rebel pilot understands your urgency, and as he begins to lift off, the figure starts making its way to the ship and reaches out a hand.
I
And
draw my pistol and start shooting at her.
I also start shooting.
The
I'm gonna see if I can run to one of the turrets.
The ship is jerked to a stop. It is obviously straining, but it is not moved just yet. And the person deflects your blaster bolts with ease. When all else seems to have failed, suddenly a blue lightsaber is flung at her.
It's Luke Skywalker.
I was just gonna say.
Shortly following that, with surprising speed for a creature his size, Tusser lands a mighty blow with his fist against the being's face. And while it is thrown off guard, Tusser runs and leaps into the ship and demands that you leave
Let's
now.
get the hell out of here.
Yeah, let's
How many
let's-
times are we gonna say we're gonna leave now before we actually leave?
Yeah.
Let's
Be like,
boat her.
just-
Holy
just-
shit.
Just sit next to the pilot. Go. Go.
The ship screams out of the docking bay and then pulls its nose straight up. And
We all fall into the back of the ship.
basically, I mean, unless you're sitting down, you're pretty much like stuck against the
I
wall
activate
right
my magnetic clamps so I don't fall.
All right,
I
BB.
grab onto ZZ.
Do you
Nice.
have those, or are you just making shit up?
R2 had them.
You're not
Did I ever-
R2.
Like a bunch of droids have like magnetic things so they can like go and CO grab.
Well, yeah, he does do maintenance.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
Did I ever make it to the gunner seat?
You're just
Yeah,
about
sure.
to get in it, and then you fall.
You were in the gunner seat, but you're pretty much clamped into it. You're having difficulty like reaching the controls right now
Oh, okay.
because you're literally like being pushed down by like immense G-force.
All right, that's fine.
The ship for the people in the cockpit who can see this, the ship barely dodges some like outcroppings because it's not exactly a tiny ship, and also barely misses some speeders that are traveling across Coruscant's always busy skylines, and rips up into the atmosphere and triggers hyperdrive, and you are on your way to the rebellion.
Yeah.
That's the session.
Good,
Yay.
good first
Yay.
session.
I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yeah.
All right. Hopefully, no
I got
one
a
asked
friend.
No one
Yeah.
asked any questions. Oh,
You got
how
a
did they
friend.
find us?
There was a a potential villain. You salvaged very important plans that play a key role in the story. Not necessarily this story, but the story in general. You
We
blew
got-
up a facility. No one died.
We bullshitted our
We did
way
it.
through some.
Well, except for that
through
one
some
droid,
stuff.
he died.
Y'all like gangs of New York to the fucking Dianoga.
Hell yeah.
We brought the Imperial guys right to the base. I said I'm just saying a couple times, and I'm just shaking my head, still thinking it.
Nobody threw away the communicator. It was already gonna happen. Like that was like a guaranteed thing that was gonna happen. But
now
it
we
just
can
so
get-
happened that you like recruited a guy.
Yeah.
But now we can get blamed for it.
Not necessarily. You guys still,
We-
salvaged a pretty important piece of material.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also just won't tell anyone.
Yeah. Max Cliff, this is our secret. No one can know.
All right. So, but yeah, that's the end of the session. You all have 20 experience to spend
Sweet.
each.
I had to figure out what to spend it on. And
I was gonna spend it on hacking doors better, but I guess I don't need to.
Can I up?
Just-
I can go past. Can I go past 4 now for my ranks? 2. I mean?
Skill race. Yeah, I
That's
think
just,
so.
That's
But
what
double
for
check.
character creation, right? Yeah.
That's
Double. Well,
expensive.
double check the rules for actually increasing skill ranks.
Okay.
As far as like stat points, like brawn and all that, you cannot increase those anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the same rules. It's just like you still can increase your stuff that's in your career, and it's double price for things that are not in your career
Yeah.
path.
I just know
Yeah.
like when during character creation we couldn't put it past 2.
You
Yeah.
can never ever increase your attributes though.
You can through talents that you
Yeah.
purchased.
Ah.
And can we get
Uh,
talents?
Yeah,
Okay.
if you have the experience for it.
Yeah, it's
I had to figure out talents too. I'm all
It's the
like,
same thing as buying skills.
Yeah.
There's like charts for each class as well. Like since you're a mechanic.
Yeah.
Yeah. So had some high flying Jedi hijinks right there at the end. Although you guys are not gonna have Jedi powers.
I
Just figured
will.
I'd added some flavor there.
Like in the end, ZZ will pull out a lightsaber and reveal that he was actually Luke Skywalker all along.
Oh my
is
god!
easy just the
Shut
Mary Sue
up.
of this campaign.
Shut up! I cannot wait for ZZ to die.
I
With
put
his
a
one
restraining
soak.
bolt on CZ.
It's not going to take long with his one soak value.
He's carrying my money though.
He's going to be like a treasure goblin when he dies.
I opened
He's
the
gonna
cash
explode.
drawer and then put a restraining bolt on ZZ.
Um,
All as it should be. He's now a desk.
yeah, thank you guys for playing.
Yeah, it's fun.
I
Hopefully
really hope
next
you guys
session.
enjoyed yourself.
Hopefully next
Oh,
session
yeah,
we
that
can
was
have
great.
Cody here.
Yeah, I would recommend though considering taking some sort of combat options or even
Yeah.
developing Max Cliff as a more combat-oriented character.
I mean, I've got a proficiency in ranged light that
Yeah.
I just got because humans can take out of class career skills, but that's honestly probably as far as I'm going. I'm not specialized that way.
Yeah, no, I get you. Just keep in mind there are I will allow things like if you do something inventive with like a piece of gear or the environment, I will do certain things for that. Like if you had,
Well, that's why I took 2 ranks in stealth because like my best chance is getting the drop on people.
yeah. Like for example, if you guys had been like, "Hey, are there power packs in the manufacturing area?" I would have been like, "Yeah," and you could have shot one of those power packs and detonated it, damaging the guards. I like how those guards gave you more trouble than that poor little Dianoga did.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
It just took us
Yeah,
40
yeah,
minutes to kill the Diagon.
They actually fought back.
Yep.
As opposed to like letting us stand around and shoot them.
Just
Forever.
flailing.
All right, yeah, Tombstone, get that uploaded ASAP.
Yep,
please.
I have it.
Okay.
Or, yeah,
I'm
any
seriously
lessons for the
taking another
kids?
rank in
Okay, I'm sorry, we're not doing lessons to the kids in this game. We are hardcore motherfuckers.
Okay.
That's our story.
Cool.
So we are giving lessons from the hood.
Okay.
John, any lessons from the?
Word from the street.
Wait, we're giving lessons from the house because we are boys in the house.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Before I give my words from the street, I'm gonna roll my streetwise.
Hurry up.
Hold
What's
on.
your
1 second. Hold on. 1 second. Okay.
Hold-
Words on the street today is don't trust people, just shoot them in the head as soon as you meet them.
To be honest, I think I was actually carrying the communicator because I had taken it from him. Well, no, because
Well,
you probably
nobody-
just absentmindedly handed it back to
yeah,
him.
just like here you
nobody
go.
really stated what they were doing with it. So I was like, I guess it's just gonna be
Right
here.
there.
You could have asked us. But yeah.
Anyway, that's our word on the street. Yeah, I've never been a fan of you never mentioned it, so like,
I apologize.
I-
All right, I'll keep that in mind next time then.
yeah, it's just a thing.
Yeah.
But it was inconsequential if you said
And kind of
it's
funny.
gonna happen.
Yeah, no, the event
It
was
did
going
have
to
a
happen
it
either
did have
way.
a good goof.
It just makes us feel like we affect the world more.
So hey, talent. The talent trees is like when I pick one as like branches from there, and I have to go from like
It
each.
branches, but if you
Can I go to like say I picked Toughen as my first one? Can I like go to the one that's like separate from it, like fine tuning?
but like on the same row,
Yeah, it's like in the same row, but they're not connected by like a branch.
yeah, you
Yeah.
can still do that.
Okay.
I know for mine, I've got a bunch at the second tier that are like connected, but there's no way to access them. Like,
Let me
okay,
see.
hold up. I'm just gonna take a screen and then send it to you.
I can also just pull it up. Your let's
Okay.
see, your spot. Wait, are you an Age of Rebellion class?
What?
Yeah.
Or no, fucking sorry. You're a Edge of the Empire class. You're
I just linked it.
Yeah, also here I should stop
okay.
the recording
So
now.
you're looking at